Hey guys, what's going on? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good whatever time it is in your country. It's still night in my location, but it is what it is. You have to come and talk to your people, huh? So peeps, what's going on? Everything all right? Okay, so you know what we do here? We share. Just woke up. I don't know anything about what is happening. Probably you know more than I do. So we're gonna share, okay? Don't be shy. Come here, talk to us. Let us know who are we signing today. Every day it looks like we're gonna sign 10 players, but this is a difficult one, huh? So let's see how everybody's doing. How are you feeling this morning, people? Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. You know how it goes, right? It's gonna help more people to join the show, and this only takes you 1 second to do it. So if you can give us a big like, it will be much appreciated. Let's see. Let me see if there's people already. DJ was in the house. Good morning to you, brother. Hello there. Hi. Sorry, but your name is kind of difficult to pronounce, so I don't want to disrespect you. But you know who you are because you are on the screen right now. So thank you for stopping by. And thank you for DJ and many other people already in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Let me see what I can do here. Everybody all right? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Okay, let's move here to another scene. Boom, boom, boom. Fixing everything together with you on the screen, people. So, yeah, over 30 people already. Wow. You know how it goes. I don't schedule my streams. I just go live when I have a small window, when I have a chance. So your likes are gonna help me get more people in the chat because I don't promote my stuff. So my only promotion is you guys. I count on you to help me get 100 likes before the end of this show. One click, you know, one click only. That's it. You're done. So yeah, more people in the chat. Johnson Wall, good morning to you, brother. Thank you so much. I'm watching from Kenya, but yeah, Mr. Kenya, your name is almost impossible for me to pronounce, so I don't want to disrespect you. If you have a nickname, next time put in the bracket your nickname so we can call you by that nickname instead of me trying hard. It is almost impossible. Mission impossible, really. Let's be honest. Good morning, Mr. Abel. Good morning, Mr. Mason Mount. Transfer market not looking good for us, according to DJ. Come on, man. I just woke up. I'm still struggling here. And this is the news that you want to give me first. Transfer market not looking good for us at the moment. 2 weeks away until the kickoff or the Premier League. No, it's 8 days exactly, so less than 2 weeks. 8 days exactly. It's gonna start on Friday, and I think Chelsea plays on Saturday against Everton away, and Everton are not doing good. And that is the right time to play Chelsea Football Club, so we can give Frank Lampard and Everton the momentum. We can we can revive them, give them some strength from the get-go. So yeah, let me continue reading. Only signed 2 players. It seems Exodus at Chelsea, as much as 9 players want to leave. That is scary, though. Scary stuff. 9 players are heard of in the first team. You can tell me academy product don't wanna stay, because the other what I can say, last transfer window we actually sold 9 players, but that was a mixed from academy, first team, and loan army. Okay, it was in total probably 11, and we raised the money to buy the missing piece, Lukaku, and then we created 100 million problems. And this time it's like everybody from the first team wanna leave, and that is scary. Last season it was academy. I can understand they want a playing time, they don't want to sign new contract because they don't see any pattern to the first team. You can understand that. But this time I just like grown up people, first team ballers that don't want to be there. That is scary. That is the entire team wanna out. For what reason? You can make whatever theory you want, but there is a mix of many things, not only one person to blame on this one. Mr. Samuel said good afternoon for you. Yes, thank you so much for being here, Samuel. Mr. Casilla 100, I can confirm with certainty that Chelsea is talking to Hurricane representative. Come on, man. Come on, don't try to troll. This is early morning for me. I don't have any coffee. I'm still struggling to wake up. I'm here just to have some positivity and good time with my people. And you wanna troll, okay? Bro, that was a joke. The first thing that was a joke about... we know that we always have bad news. And look at Romano. Romano is reporting Chelsea signing somebody. And then when you go there and he's like, oh, it's a kid for the academy. I'm like, what the point of signing kids while you don't want to even give them a chance when they don't even have a pattern to the first team? Tons of wonder kids that we signed in the last 3 years under Lampard and whatever. Everybody wanted to come because they could see there is a chance. Callum is there, you know. He promoted like 11 academy product and all that. But now they want to run. So I see it as an opportunity for them to just come, get education, get some free money. And when it comes to signing a pro contract, the first contract is just run away because they don't have any chance. They're going to be farmed. They're going to be sent on loan somewhere. So they are taking advantage of our system, our best academy in the world. They come, they get education, we train them, and then we let them go and they become our enemy. They start fighting us. So how more stupid can we be on that one? On training and giving an opportunity and spending a lot of money, and at the end they're gonna leave on free, you know. Kingdom for that. What is going on at Chelsea Football Club? What is going? We keep on signing wonder kids, but we're not signing any senior player at the moment. According to Fabrizio Romano this morning, Chelsea still working on a young talent for the academy. We saw how many academy products we signed so far this window? Many of them. Tons of them. And like I just explained, why sign and build an academy if you don't have a vision, you don't have a future for them? They are also talking to Zara. I don't know who Zara is. Zaha, right? Zaha, yeah. So this guy is bringing his news that he confirmed 100% from his sources. Probably his grandmother worked somewhere with Todd Bowley or something. What do you think about the news about Hakim selling him to AC Milan for only 8 million? We should at least get 25 to 30 million. Mr. Mohammed, that is a good point. First of all, I don't wanna sell Hakim Ziyech, but his body language, his way of play now even frustrates me more. It's not me here being against Hakim Ziyech, because I was the only person that defended this brother for 3 years, every single day making videos defending him. But it's becoming to the point where he doesn't want to be there even on the pitch. The body language, he will score a goal, he won't even celebrate anymore. I understand his frustration, but at least when you are playing football and you score a goal, at least smile, do something. A celebration is always to challenge somebody or zip it off or something like that. Like, the body language is poor. He doesn't put any effort anymore. I understand the manager don't rate him. So what the point? I am going to work very hard for you. I understand that. But at least until your last minute, enjoy your time. Give us some joy. Celebrate with us, people who've been supporting you in hard time. And then it's just so poor. So I don't like people with bad attitude in my life. I like people who can have some positive attitude. And especially if you are football players, when you get paid that kind of money and you don't enjoy your moment with your fans, that is a problem. Attitude is everything for me. So Hakim Ziyech, I wanna him out because he's not happy at Chelsea Football Club. And I agree with you, 8 million is kind of low, but what do you expect? Your manager came out a few days ago and said everybody is crap. So who's gonna buy your crap for 25 million? That is the perfect way of putting everybody down and put all your prices down. If we go look for a player, they're gonna put 10 times the price because we are desperate to get that player. And if we wanna sell our players, they know that your manager say you are crap. Why are you gonna ask me 25 to 30 million for a crap players that you don't want in your team? Everybody knows that we have tons of dead wood that we wanna sell. We devaluate them, we insulted them publicly. How do you expect us to get any money from them? So it is what it is, man. Leicester City confirmed there is no intention for them to sell Fofana. Yeah, and unless if you pay really the king ransom, 80 million or 100 million, they can sell. They always say so. Maguire, they say the same. Ben Chilwell, everybody that they sold in the past, they say they have no intention, but Leicester are selling club and they get the money they demand. You pay the price they demand, they're gonna sell the player. So people, thank you so much. More people, we are getting closer to 100 people right now for a show that I don't advertise my show, I don't schedule my show, I just go live. So much appreciated. And the more you like, the more people will join us. So I just depend on you because there, no scheduling, no publicity, no nothing. So my only publicity is you, your like one click, 1 second, and then everything will be all right. So let's get at least 100 likes. It doesn't cost us anything, my friends. You want to bless somebody in the morning so you can be blessed. That's the way it works in life, all right? All right, so let me read a few more comments from you people. Mr. Cassia 100. I appreciate you. You are tired and just woke up, but this is legit news. I did not say we will sign Ken, but we are in talk with him. Also Zaha. Okay, thank you for the news. Thank you for the news. Remember, you heard here first. All right, I will remember that. I will remember that. Davy, when is Chelsea against Udinese? Okay, very good question. A very good question. It's gonna be tomorrow. I don't know what time it is in your country. It was already Friday, or let's say just Friday, 3 o'clock Eastern time. If you are in the United States, Eastern Coast, which makes it probably 8 p.m. UK time. I don't know about that, but you can Google it in your location. Yeah. So I don't know. Let me show you something very quickly. So tomorrow or Friday, it's gonna be Chelsea against Udinese. Udinese. According to my friend Italian, he said like it's Udinese. The way he pronounced it just sounds good and more professional than me trying to butcher the name here. So I don't even know. I can't find it anymore. Otherwise, I was going to put like the timer. You know what I mean? Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, so this is actually the timer for that game. It's still 1 day and 9 hours, literally, until that game starts. Udinese against Chelsea Football Club. That is the countdown right there. All right, people, let me read a few more questions. If there are any, people, let's help your brother get 100 likes. It doesn't cost you anything, just 1 second of your life. Let me see. Are there any comment? Rosley, Malaysia is 5:30 p.m. already. Oh my goodness, the day is already done for you. Thank you so much for being here, Mr. Rashid. Did you say that Chelsea are interested in Frankie de Jong but have made it clear to Barcelona that they are not willing to pay 80 million for the midfielder? Yeah, I don't want to even do any business with them though. I'm not interested on financing them. Give them money to hijack us, to hijack more of our players, and give them money so they can afford to buy Aspilicueta, Alonso, and pay Christensen and Rafinha. And no, I don't want to do that. Okay, so 70 million price him out of Leicester. To price him out, Leicester. Oh, you're talking about Fofana? Yeah, I also heard that Soyuncu is there, Soyuncu is there for sale or something like that this morning. The Undertaker said that Inter want 59 million for Skriniar. Chelsea should bid 60 million for Skriniar. Don't waste another week trying to get Fofana. Go get Skriniar. I can agree on one part of that. Don't waste your time until the last minute because we need to act now. if we go the last minute of the window, you know how it goes, right? The last minute of the window, and then if Leicester City if they can't find a replacement, and then they're not gonna sell because they don't have to sell. They got money, Leicester City, you know. So in that point, I agree with you. Skriniar, 59 million, those are paper talk, because you know what? PSG offered 60 million and they rejected. Like official bid, confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, confirmed by L'Equipe and all the newspapers in France. And then PSG were like, let's just keep Kimpembe. They're not sure. They might go back again, but they don't wanna get marked off again in the market. Because before, remember, it used to be PSG, every man, everything that you demand, they're gonna pay and get the player. Now their philosophy is not to spend too much money because everybody take advantage of them, and that's why they refuse to buy Scamacca, because they say no, we're not gonna pay 60 million on this guy, and they went for Nketiah to buy him like 30 million, you know. So PSG, they don't want to go there anymore. They don't want to go for big names anymore and pay crazy amount of money and all that. They are building a team, a strong team that work very hard for each other. So 60, if they rejected 60 million from PSG, do you think that they're going to take 59 million from Chelsea? Those are like paper talk. Skriniar actually is going to cost more than that, because Inter know that Chelsea are in crisis and they are desperate to get a defender. If the money was really 50 million, I'm telling you right now, they are going to put it like 100 million so they can have like the room to negotiate. So 80 million is the price that this brother is going to be, because it's Chelsea and because of how desperate we are, because of what the manager said last time, that we desperately need quality players now. So everybody knows that Chelsea is really where you can get money right now. People just don't realize the damage caused by that press conference, and when you say it, people will tell you, oh, so what do you want him to say? You want him to lie? No, you don't have to lie, but you don't have also to be mad in public, because when you are mad, you can say things that you didn't mean, and you're going to damage the problem even more. So now our players are crap, and everybody else that we go for now is quality, and then they're gonna get as much as they can. You don't have any choice, okay? You come here, you pay me the money, and you get the player. Simple as that. Rashid say, I can understand why they are still not happy when what? I'm way behind. Understand why they are still not happy when they are playing. They were aired a lot, so do your job. Okay. Oh, Don was here. He said, this is serious. We need to sign more players. But nobody wanna come to you. Nobody wanna sign for you. You need, but there's nobody out there that wanna come to you. So depending on how you see it, I'm way behind all the comment people, but I'm gonna have to skip some of them. Otherwise, I'm not gonna run this show anymore. It's gonna be comment after comment after comment. Barcelona summer spending could reach up to 130 million by the end of the transfer window, but La Liga president doesn't seem to worry about it. 8 p.m. in England, yes. That comment I put about Barcelona spending show how they fooled everyone, saying they were broke that got the money, but it seemed La Liga president don't seem bothered. They are corrupt, bro. Yeah, that's why I always tell people to be careful, not to say never, never, never gonna happen. They're never gonna sign that. They are broke. Even when everybody was making theories about Barcelona not buying such and such, they can't afford such and such. I always come here and tell you, bro, listen, never say never in football. This is Barcelona. It's a massive institution. They can find money, whatever, offshore somewhere, below the table, behind closed door. It's going to happen. Never say never in football. I hope this transfer window is going to help many people not to say never in football ever again. Just leave a window open. Leave the door open. Marina will never leave Chelsea Football Club. What happened? Boom. Out. Peter Cech never. Such and such never. Rudiger never. Christensen never, never, never. And never use never in football. This is business the end of the day. Okay? Barcelona are selling their soul now to get the money. But they have so many fans around the world. They always are going to find their way out. Good morning, Mr. Lucky. Oh my goodness, Haji. Chelsea should really act fast in bidding for Skriniar and leave Fofana. Okay. Yeah, but Skriniar, my brother, you have to pay the money. And let me tell you something that I saw. Actually, Inter are preparing the after what? The after Rafinha, after Skriniar. Why I always confuse him with Rafinha? I saw some report that say they are going for somebody from Fiorentina or something like that. CFC, let me show you what I saw somewhere. I don't believe really on the news. Oh, I don't really believe on many accounts because they just copy paste. But if you give credit and then look at this guy, they are very, very, very popular in the Arabs world, right? So look what they say here. News of Nikola Milinkovic is starting to come from Italy. Chelsea are watching. Yeah, always monitoring and watching. Thank you and congratulations for that. And they continue. Give me a few more minutes here to fix something on the screen. So they say Chelsea are watching him after withdrawing from the Kunde that just mean Kunde deal, but they are strongly interested in replacing Skriniar. You know that Google won't really translate exactly, but you got the point they are trying to say here, right? So his agent Vali Ramdani is the same as Koulibaly's agent. Okay, so they share the same agent as Koulibaly, who has a great relationship with Chelsea Football Club. So according to them, this agent got great relationship with Chelsea Football Club. So the Serbian defender is going to cost about 15 million. Forget about it. This is Chelsea Football Club. That price could be true for other teams, but not for Chelsea Football Club, who, by the way, the name only Chelsea Football Club come calling, you put more zeros at the end. And now on top of that, we showed people and we told people that we are desperate, we need your players and we need to get rid of our crap. And then the price is gonna be like 10 times more. So forget about the price here, right? But this guy here, he's called Milinkovic. Nikola. Let's call him Nikola so we don't confuse him with Milinkovic Savic. This is Nikola Milinkovic. He's Serbian international. I think Serbia is Matic's country, right? They always produce some great bowlers over there. And he's a center back from Fiorentina. And it could be an option for Chelsea Football Club. You know what? First of all, I'm not telling you this is accurate, but I've been just reading what I saw there and give my opinion. I am all for low profile players. I'm all for it. If this is true, and the scouting department, I don't even trust them, but if we can go for somebody low key that we never heard of course everybody is gonna say we know him, and you know I've been watching him and all that. We know how it goes. But I think everybody is gonna jump on social media and YouTube and try to watch some clips and then become an expert. But I don't know him, never heard of him. No, I heard of him because I watched the Juventus against I did a watch along Juventus against Fiorentina, but I never paid attention to this guy, this brother here. So I don't know him in that sense, but you can find him on FIFA and stuff like that. So if this is true, some people say it's gonna be a very good option, cheap option. Look at the reaction from people here. Will be cool if this is correct. So we are looking for something positive now in the community. This guy here says smart business. It's what? It's just paper talk so far, my brother. Don't celebrate. How many players we've been linked with this transfer window and never materialized, you know? So I'm not gonna take it seriously, but I wanted to share with you on this guy here. His name is Nikola Milinkovic, and he's from Serbia. So he shared the same agent as Koulibaly. So you see the connection start, you know. People are trying to connect the dot here. So that is the way it is. Let me go and read some more comment. People need to calm down and stop panicking. Okay. There is many things happening behind closed doors. Have faith and don't be so negative. Barcelona sold their right away. That's how they made their money back last year. They didn't have the chance to be they had a chance because they contract to be written up like that with so much money. Takes month too. Okay. Write up, people, read. That's the difference between last year and I see what you mean. Get Skriniar and Ronaldo up front, and then Savic as DM. Okay, Savic as DM. Milinkovic Savic you're talking about here, right? Lucrative money can be easily written up and just sign up. Yeah, a lot of Everybody, remember tomorrow we have a game. We might do a watch along. And today at some point, Thomas Tuchel may have another press conference. And or probably he's gonna avoid the press conference altogether because he get mad and he will say things that he didn't really wanna say publicly. So I don't know if he's gonna have a press conference today before the game against Udinese in Italy. So yeah, probably he better probably stay away from press conferences, you know. Stay away from that, my friend. Stay away. It's not for you at the moment because you this is how everything starts with him at PSG. That's what he did, and then he left the next day because they couldn't take it anymore. The throwing under the bus, the owners and the club and the players. That's what got him sacked at PSG. But tomorrow we have a game, Udinese against Chelsea Football Club. Still 1 day and 9 hours to go. I don't know what time it's gonna be in your location. We're gonna be here in the same channel if we have time. So stay tuned and put your notification on. And let's see what kind of system we're gonna play tomorrow. Who is going to play? Actually, are we gonna continue giving Ross Barkley, Michy Batshuayi, Werner, and all those bunch a chance? Are we gonna let the kid back home? Are we gonna sign players and bring them the same day to play against the Udinese? We're gonna see what's gonna happen because, you know, every time that you mention a kid, like you say, listen, now Michy Batshuayi don't deserve a chance, give a chance like to Broja in preseason, or what Azpilicueta is doing in the team while he doesn't want to be there. He's forcing his way out. Let's give, you know, maybe give a chance to somebody from the academy who will stay there. People feel offended by you even mentioning somebody, you know, like, why are you saying that? Why are you saying put this kid? We need to go and buy. I'm like, brother, you can't buy a player in 1 day and play him tomorrow a game of football. Just remember, like, everything that you mention and has something to do with a kid from your academy is a big fight, is a lot of theories and narratives and hate. And wow, I've never seen. If you think Arsenal fans are the most deluded and the most annoying, and then think again, you have to go to the Chelsea community to see what is happening. Like, there are certain names who are just like C90. You can't even pronounce them. When you just pronounce a name, oh, now are you pushing 11 players in the first team? Oh, now you want to save money. I'm like, brother, I don't make decisions, remember? I don't work at Chelsea. I'm just giving an opinion, remember? They will come to you as if you were there, responsible of signing players, making formations, sacking managers. You the problem. Wow. How more deluded can you be, man? Like, when you mention somebody, it doesn't make sense that we're going to play somebody like Hakim Ziyech when he want to go. Tell me about it. Christian Pulisic, he doesn't want to be there. The body language is very poor. He doesn't smile anymore. He doesn't give 100% anymore. I understand that. The manager don't like me. Why am I going to kill myself on the pitch for you? You play me from different positions. I can't play my football. What the hell? I will have the same attitude. I don't care. But what I'm saying is, if they have that kind of attitude, they don't want to play for us. What the point of putting them on the pitch? But if you take him off the pitch, or you take them, all 9 of them off the pitch, who are you going to play there? Are you going to go on the market and I'm going to Walmart and buy 11 players and how much is this? I want this. Go to the checkpoint, you know, to the cashier. Okay, boom, pay. They give you a receipt and you bring them home and you play them tomorrow. So people don't think really, like it doesn't happen that way. This is a $1 billion market here. It takes a lot of lawyers, a lot of banks involved, a lot of agents, a lot of family members, and all kind of issues will happen before even you buy somebody. But in the meantime, when you're trying to sign people and other people don't want to play for you, what do you have to lose if you use a bunch of kids who want to actually play? But you don't mention them because you have some kind of agenda, and you are the reason why we don't progress, and Chelsea are not Arsenal. Oh my goodness, the level. So people, be here tomorrow and we're gonna watch the game together, alright? Let me go very quickly and check if we have more comment from you people. We are signing everyone again. Yeah, we're gonna sign 1,000 today. Yesterday we signed like 10 of them. Today we're gonna sign more. Mr. Troublemaker. Chelsea, Mr. Levi Corwell in St. Mary's stand for St. Win. Oh, he was there at Southampton watching the game. That is over, bro. That is over. That means we are preparing a loan for Levi to Southampton. Oh my goodness. We are done, and we don't even have somebody. And this is the problem, right? We can't get anybody. We got rejected by 11 players in 2 weeks. But nobody want to mention Levi because, oh, why are you hyping? He's nobody. He need to go play football. But, brother, we are trying to get players who don't want to play for us. And you have a bunch of kids apparently hyped by the media and English media and all that who want to actually play. So if we follow your logic, we might end up by not even having anybody to play for us because nobody want to come to us. Nobody want to play for us, but the people who want to play for us, we hate them. Chelsea holds transfer talk with agent of Brazilian wonder kid Hendrik 16 in bid to beat Manchester United to Palmeiras. Yeah, man, that is a long way to go. I don't even know what is the legal age for a kid to move from Brazil to England. I don't know. It's so complicated. I watched his interview, this Hendrik guy, where he said that his dream is to play for Real Madrid and he will play for Real Madrid one day. All the South American players, most of them, they dream to play for Barcelona and Real Madrid. So if Real Madrid come calling or Barcelona come calling and Chelsea, I think the choice is going to be clear for the kid. They're going to follow Rodrigo, Vinicius Jr. and all that. And there might be a scare of Chelsea Football Club. When was the last time that we bought a kid from South America and then we helped them grow and progress in the first team? The last one was Oscar. But Oscar was 19, 20 years old already. And he played good under, I think, Di Matteo. Jose Mourinho came and he started defending. We killed his attacking instinct because he just pretty much, we just put him just almost like a CDM or a DM or something like that. Like if you look at the goals that he scored against Juventus in the Champions League, that is his position, that's his instinct. We bought Kennedy and then Kennedy, a winger with a killing instinct. He used to play as a winger, as a number 9, as a false 9, as number 10, you know, in front line there. He came to Chelsea, what happened? Fullback, Kennedy, goal scoring machine, wonder kid from Brazil. All of a sudden, you have to be a fullback. You have to defend for us. So we killed many of them because we don't have a clear path, a clear idea what we're gonna do with him. So based on the history of the club, of killing talent and not giving them the chance, of farming them out all the time on loan here and there, if that kid need to choose a club to go, he's gonna go to Madrid or Barcelona. It's just common sense. Yeah, you talked about him a lot. Yeah, I know you watched him a lot. He's a wonder kid. He's scoring for fun. He was scoring when he got into that team when he was 15 years old. Correct me if I am wrong. So look at that, right? At Chelsea Football Club, we have a lot of 16, 17 years old ballers that we don't even give a chance. But this guy, because he's from Brazil, go buy him. But I don't see any way for him to make it to the first team anytime soon. We might just destroy his career if he comes to Chelsea. I'm not even gonna really want him at Chelsea. I will want him to go to Spain. I would like him to go to Borussia Dortmund, somewhere where a kid can be given a chance. Jude Bellingham. Everybody wants Jude Bellingham. He's still 18 years old. But when Borussia Dortmund bought him, he was 16. He went straight to the first team. Everybody want to pay whatever it takes. Pay 200 million, 150. Chelsea go for him. Listen. How many 16, 17 years old baller that we are killing in the academy? Lack of time, lack of trust. Hello? Jamal Musiala, 16 years old from the Chelsea academy, straight to the first team at Bayern Munich. But we don't give him a chance at Chelsea Football Club because he's hyped by the English media and everybody from the academy is crap. So we need to let those kids go, man. If I was that kid, stay in Brazil, develop, go to Spain, follow Vinicius Junior path where they can develop you and you can become a baller one day. I'm sure if Neymar signed for Chelsea Football Club back in the day when we were heavily linked to him, I don't think he was going to be in the level of Neymar because we always kill instinct. We kill natural instinct of people. We impose them and put them in a little box and they can't express themselves. You know, flair players need to be given freedom to cook, to do their things. Let me see some more comments here. Thank you so much. Tuchel will play him as a wing back. Yeah, he will end up by getting frustrated on a wing back, and then that's it. We're gonna kill his natural instinct. Nobody. Yeah, I don't wish any. I don't even know why they are coming to Chelsea, but I understand. Chelsea will pay a very good scholarship for you. You're gonna benefit from the best education in the country, the best academy, and then you just get their money. Okay, get education, and when you become in the edge of signing a pro contract, and then you leave, you go somewhere else. That is what we do at Chelsea Football Club. We train people who can eventually come back and hurt us. What the point even of, of working so hard and then all of a sudden we don't want you. Or they don't want you anymore. They are smart. For me, I will come, get education. Oh, you want to sign a contract? No, I'm leaving for free. That's it. I got your money. That's the way it is. Let me see what is happening. Let me fix this on the screen first. Boom, boom, boom. What is happening here? DJ, I see you. Give me a few minutes to put you live. I have to fix.
Yeah, no problem, bro.
To fix many things on the screen. Yeah, people can hear you now.
Yeah, good
Yes,
morning
sir.
to you, bro.
Good morning.
Good morning to everybody in the comment section as well.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
listen, I have to say, I've just been listening to your what you've been saying, and some of it is very, majority is more of it is majority is all true. I am getting to that concerned stage now where before I was one of those fans that was always saying I'm cool, calm and collected about the transfer window.
Mm-hmm.
But the more and more I'm seeing of players rejecting us and not coming to us, you have to start asking the questions why. I don't believe it's nothing to do with Thomas Tuchel. I don't think he's the guy who cannot pull these players in. I do believe he can get these players in to come and play for him.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's our owner, to be honest with you, bro. And when I say our owner, I don't mean to be blaming him. The fact this guy has no football knowledge and he's taken on all the transfer activity he's taken the director's role. He's taken obviously the owner's role. He's taken literally every role you can think about in the book. But when he goes to actually talk to these agents to talk football, the players are probably thinking, they're looking at him thinking, mate, sorry, what exactly do you know about football? Because what kind of a project are you trying to sell me? Do you get me? Whereas you have a director.
Well, is the owner to sell you a project or a manager to tell you the position and project?
The manager. I'm sure the manager suppose tells him everything, but we don't know how much Thomas Tuchel gets involved with these conversations. People are saying that he's in charge of all the talking of the players and being in charge of it. I don't think he is. I still think he's...
Well, he admitted in the press conference, though, like he would like not to do it, but he's now because he said he has to play that role.
Yeah.
And also Koulibaly said that the manager, the call that the manager called me, Raheem Sterling also said that the call from the manager convinced him to come. So looks like he's involved. I mean, yeah.
He's involved. Okay, he might be involved, but I'm looking at the plays though that that seem to have turned us down and opted for other moves. Now, let's be honest. When people come at us and say, "Oh, Rafinha turned you down," ha 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 ha. No, he didn't turn us down, ha ha ha, because Arsenal wanted him, but he always wanted. Let's get one thing straight here. He always wanted Barcelona. Let's get this one thing out of the way now, because everyone was saying Chelsea had the money to blow Barcelona out of the water, which we did. We offered more money to him. They turned it away, and instead now they've gone and taken instalments from Leeds. They've had a deal with Leeds where they'll be paying instalments as long as the guy got his move to Barcelona, which is what he wanted. He got that. Lewandowski, well, I never believed that Lewandowski was even a target for Chelsea. I just believe that was just all paper talk. Nothing coming out of Chelsea about it. There's people just linking him with Lewandowski because he's I don't know if he's played under him before, and he's really thinking, I'll bring Lewandowski there, he'll come and play for me. No, it wasn't like that at all. His dream was to always say, again, my dream is to go and play for Barcelona. So it's not that we've been turned down. A lot of these people love to use this terminology of you were turned down by these players. We weren't. These players wanted Barcelona because
it's banter, bro. It's banter. Yeah, it's banter.
Some of it. It is banter, but sometimes people do, what do you call it, bro? I mean, sometimes people actually, but I know there are certain people that think there are people out there that actually said, you were turned down.
Yeah,
he really wants to come to you guys, you're to the Barca.
Yeah, there are so many memes, videos going on now that you've been rejected, and I know that.
Yeah, and look, and the thing is now I'm hearing some certain fan channels, I'm not saying names in particular, are now asking for Thomas Tuchel to go. Yeah, and I'm thinking to myself, you don't need to ask this guy to leave, mate. If he doesn't get what he wants, he'll just
resign. He will leave,
Yeah, and that's exactly, he'll do that. He will leave, he'll get out. Because there's a club waiting in Spain for him that will take him on board, okay, once Carlo Ancelotti's retired. Okay, because Carlo Ancelotti's won everything for Real Madrid now. He's been currently linked with Real Madrid. I do believe when we had him on, when he first came to Chelsea, Thomas Tuchel, that time we beat them in the Champions League, it was a run when we actually won the Champions League. Apparently, the president of Real Madrid had spoken to ask him about his situation at Chelsea. This is the situation, but there's no doubt in my mind.
You're breaking a little bit, bro.
Should he become available? Yeah, can you hear me now, bro?
Yeah, you're breaking a little bit. The same noise, like every time you call, it's some static noise around you. But yeah, now we can hear you. Probably you're using your iPad and yeah.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm actually in the office today.
Okay.
Working from home, so that could be the reason why. Yeah, that I think could be this. You know, if Real Madrid are seriously interested in taking him at one point, he will leave because he knows he'll get a lot of opportunity. He'll get a lot of clubs chasing him, and we've really got to be careful how we ask things because I'm worried about our situation in terms of if he was to go, we're not getting the players that if we're not getting the players that we want, and starting to throw some players under the bus. We all know how things end for Thomas Tuchel when that starts happening. It happened.
That's the problem. Yeah. So I don't think that Thomas Tuchel is the best we can get out there. The problem is it doesn't depend only on owners. It depends, just like you say, on the manager himself. But when he starts getting frustrated in the media like that, it usually doesn't really look good. And you have to share some responsibility for me. I think when he asked for Rafinha, the owner went there just to give the money. Like, it's not like the owners don't want to spend money. Like, you have a budget, go for your players. They don't want to come. So I have hard time really to believe that it's about the owners. People don't want to sign for owners because we offer more money. We offer the best salary, the best conditions. But Xavi called, let's say, Koundé. And Koundé immediately turned 10 million salary to go for 6 million salary because of the project. And some news or some rumors going on that Thomas Tuchel didn't want Koundé to begin with. Like, he was like his first, second, or I don't know, third choice. You know, like he wanted elite, he wanted other targets. So if you look at this, you have to see that we need to share responsibility here. Why did we wait, or why didn't we go, first time and get Koundé? So if you start analyzing that slowly and surely, you see that the responsibility owners, maybe the manager, maybe. So it's somewhere between. That's the way I see it. Because the owners are there, the money is there, we wanna spend, but nobody wanna come. So it's I don't think
situation, isn't it?
Yeah. So do you think that if Marina was there, she was going to get the business done, or Koundé was going to decide, let's take Koundé out because Marina really wanted Koundé? The last minute of last season, it didn't happen for one reason or another one. But do you think that all the players that we didn't get, if Marina was there, we were going to get them? Because she knows how to do it?
It makes you want. It makes you wonder, bro. It just makes you wonder. Koundé, for example, I'm using him as a good example because you brought him up. It makes you wonder, did Thomas Tuchel really want him? Because it looks like
you are breaking, bro. Like, literally, we can't hear you. I'm gonna take you off and take yourself off, bro. And if you still have a little bit of time, I can hear that you are walking in the office. Take yourself off and, probably come back and let's see how it goes. Or if you don't have time, and then we're going to have another show tonight, probably. And we have time to talk, bro. But thank you so much. We can't hear you. It's just begging and just making a lot of noise. So we couldn't really continue with the call. Thank you so much, DJ, for helping. As always, just like we were sanctioned for buying players, let's move on with what we have, please. Yeah, let's act as if we were under sanction and just get the best of what we got. Okay, good point. Good point. So I don't know, people, who are you gonna blame for the fiasco? Is just the owners, the manager, or just bad luck? Or just players just don't want to come to Chelsea? It's somewhere behind. It's somewhere between there. Too many defenders still available. Fofana, Kalulu, Ndika, Gvardiol, Torres, Pau Torres, Diallo from PSG, Badiashile, Skriniar. Why is too hard to get defenders? Well, it's just not because somebody is invaluable that you have to go for him. A lot of stuff going on before you get a defender. You need to fit the system. You need to fit the philosophy of what the manager is trying to do. So you just don't go out there and say, okay, we need a defender, and then boom, go buy a defender. It doesn't happen that way. And some of the names that you said here are not just going to fit what we're trying to do, you know? So, yeah, but I respect your opinion. But we can't go for anybody just because we need defenders. Does that make sense? So, yeah. What Tuchel's philosophy then? I don't know. His philosophy, ask himself. ask him. That's what I meant. Ask Tuchel. I don't know what his philosophy is. Donut, what do you have to say?
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. What's going on, bro?
Good, man. Lately, I've been busy, but I've seen your streams. So, yeah.
No problem, bro. No problem. No problem.
I'm feeling bad for the situation from you guys. I don't understand. I want to explain you guys that Barca, that they're killing themselves because, you know, they are taking money from their TV rights. These are selling and getting money from that and putting on players.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It is what it is.
Man, I don't understand why did Barca don't sign Pau Torres. He's doing great at VRL, and nobody is thinking about him.
Like I said, you know, you don't just want to sign a defender for the hell of signing a defender. You can be a good defender, but you don't fit what the manager is trying to do. I think Xavi is looking for tiki-taka, people who can play very well from the back, very quick moving football, and Koundé is going to give you that. Koundé also can play in many positions. In case somebody got injured, he can replace them. But Pau Torres is just a good center-back that probably is not versatile. So when it comes to defenders, it depends on the philosophy of the coach. Did that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
So, yeah, you can be, it's not because he's bad, but because it doesn't fit what we're trying to do. All right?
Yeah.
So, people, thank you so much. More than 120 people watching right now. Much appreciated. You guys are absolutely legend. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Just your likes are going to help us get more people here. And it's going to take you only 1 second to do it. So, if you forgot to do it, let's help your brother get to 100 likes as soon as possible. And
people, let's go.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your love and support. Thank you.
I wanted to say that because of all the stories, I think Azpilicueta is going to stay at Chelsea.
He doesn't want to stay, though. He want to go to Barcelona.
But I mean, how are you going to give a player, a team that is selling your players you are going to sign?
Yeah, they are hijacking all your target. So, yeah, I know what you mean. But the problem is Azpilicueta deserved to go back to Spain. He deserved to go ahead, finish his career in his own country. He deserved that. He earned it because he worked very, very hard at Chelsea Football Club, right? When he came, when we bought him, it was like 7 million. Nobody knew that he was good. He was just, okay, play. Who is Azpilicueta? You know, it took me like 2 months to learn how to pronounce his name. And then we gave him Dev, because his name is so difficult to pronounce. It took me 2 months. I'm not even kidding. I was like, A-C-P-L-I-Q. I was just like driving my car and just like repeating his name. Slowly and surely, I managed to say Azpilicueta. I'm like, yes, I did it. So let's go back to football now. We bought him. Nobody knew that he was a good player. and he came to Chelsea Football Club, won everything you can dream of. So now he deserves to go back home, go on the beach, nice weather, family around, you finish your career happy. But
and do you think Barca are gonna win
let me finish, please. So Chelsea promised him, right? Abramovic, the owner, the ex-owner, he promised him to let him go. We promised to let him go on free, actually. But because of the issues that we have, new owners, we got sanctioned, we can't sign anybody. It looks like if we let him go, we don't have anybody. So Chelsea might be a little bit selfish and say, we're not gonna let you go. But I think it's gonna be so unfair for Chelsea not to let Azpilicueta go. But I understand that we can't do any favor to Barcelona anymore. Go.
Yeah, I want to say that Kimpembe is gonna be hard because I'm hearing some rumors. I don't know if they're true. Kimpembe. And if PSG signed Skriniar, I could say maybe.
Yeah. That is true. That's true. If they sign Skriniar, Kimpembe, we have a chance to sign Kimpembe, and we also have a chance to sign Skriniar if we pay the money they are demanding. But the money they are demanding is a lot of money. It's gonna take like 80 million. So that money is too much for me.
Yeah,
so now we are stuck. Some targets are very, very difficult to get. Many of them don't want to come play for us. So we are stuck somewhere, man.
Yeah.
Between a rock and
hard. I'm scared for you guys for next season because I'm seeing the Premier League clubs like Arsenal getting better, Tottenham, and I just see like defenders going from Chelsea. And I'm saying, what? Yeah, you know what I mean.
But this is Chelsea Football Club, right? We've been through a lot. We've been through a lot in our history because we almost were out of business.
True. I know that.
Almost out of the business, and we managed to go back again and qualify it for the Champions League the next season. And then Abramovic came to buy us. So we've been through a lot. We've been through relegation. We went to the second division. Okay. So this time around, we're still there. We're still Chelsea. We still have good players, good academy. We will survive this. We will do fine. I still believe on my team.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Barca, you think they're gonna do good? Because I'm scared. Like
they have to do it. They have to do it. They have no choice but to do good because they are buying everybody's target.
Like PSG,
I don't know where the money is coming from. Lewandowski, Aubameyang. Okay, you have everybody. You have not Pau Torres. The other Ferran Torres. Yeah. They have everybody there. They got money. So got Christensen on free, KCA on free. They have great team. So if they don't win anything, it's gonna be a shame.
Because I'm watching Barca lately, and they're like PSG. They don't combine good yet because they don't know so much each other in these lately matches.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like we thought the same last season with PSG, who bought everybody, Sergio Ramos, Messi. Yeah. So that's as well the problem, because if you're trying to build a team with lots of stars, they might not good combine between each other. That's why I'm scared on them. Yeah,
you can buy whoever you want, but to gel together, to make a team, is a different story. I agree with you. I agree. It's gonna take time for them to understand each other and start performing. Yeah. Let me read some comment here from YouTube. Everton head coach Frank Lampard has agreed to take part in a deal to buy Chelsea centre forward Armando Broja. It's not gonna happen. According to the Telegraph, we're not gonna sell Armando Broja. But
and
never.
Timo, are you gonna sell Timo or not?
Timo Werner don't wanna be there.
Not in another club. I am saying like Juventus or anything like that because I'm hearing rumors with Juventus.
Yeah, I mean, he can go because he doesn't score, but he's been given enough chances for 2 years now, and he started talking on the media. I don't like people who talk. I mean, if anybody can complain in that team, but not Timo Werner. I'm sorry, not Timo Werner, because he been given a lot of chances and he don't take them, you know. So you criticize the manager, you criticize the club, you want to go somewhere else, and just go, man. When he's on the pitch, he doesn't look like he want to be there, though. He doesn't look like he want to be there. So if anybody is going to complain, I understand, but not Timo Werner. We all supported Timo Werner. We have even Timo Werner lawyer right now, DJ, in the house. We supported the boy. And he started talking. He started talking, Timo Werner. I mean, he can go, man. The body language, I don't like me. You know, I'm giving up even on Christian Pulisic. I'm giving up on Hakim Ziyech because of the body language. Listen, I don't like people with bad attitude. You get paid anyways. Do your job. Show some, smile. At least smile until your last day. But when you go there and you look like you don't want to be there, and no. Just leave them out. Leave them out. That's me. That's the way I see things, man.
I see. Because I'm hearing lately, because Alvaro Morata, Juventus, they want to sell him if he's not scoring many goals, and they think a really good proposal to get Timo Werner.
Yeah, and then you got another issue though. Timo Werner don't score, and Morata. So I mean, but I don't know if in Italy he can do better. I think
Morata, at least he scores important goals sometimes.
Yeah, I have to give you that. I even remember that guy scoring a hat trick for Chelsea against, I think, Stoke City or something. And I was like, yes, Morata has arrived finally. And the next,
how fooled we were.
Yeah. And the next game, he's just like a Sunday League player. It's
Big up to you, Donut. I guess you were right about one thing, Donut. You did say always. I remember we were talking way back last season. You were coming out and saying that Chelsea are not going to get Koundé. He's going to go to Real. He's going to go to Barcelona. How right you were, bro. How right you were on that.
Yeah. I remember that.
I remember he was saying that, and we were like saying, "No, he's going to come to Chelsea now." Obviously, he's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's obviously
Koundé. That guy played with us. Koundé is a scam. That's why I didn't like him to begin with. And I'm not even joking. I was saying...
Yeah, go on, bro. Go on. No, I was just going to say...
I was saying that guy, I don't feel anything. But,
No, the other thing I was...
Continue if you want.
Sorry, Dan, I was just going to say one thing. You guys were just talking about Timo Werner to possibly to Juventus. I don't know if you guys have heard, but apparently Juventus are now looking at Firmino from Liverpool. They're actually quite confident of getting a deal done with Liverpool for Firmino. Now, if that deal does happen, you remember, I don't know if you guys saw Klopp's interview on TV when he came out and said that no players will be coming in unless we sell or someone gets injured. Now, if Roberto Firmino does end up goes to Juventus, it'll be very interesting to see who he's going to go for, because would he be the kind of manager that would want to come back and either revive Christian Pulisic or Timo Werner's career and take them to Liverpool? That one. And the other thing I'm also worried about is he might be going after our other target that we want, Augs, and that is Matheus Nunes from Sporting Lisbon.
Yeah,
because he's one big midfielder that we wanted. And if he ends up getting him in, he gets the money for Firmino, I guess we can kiss Nunes goodbye, because he'll end up going to Liverpool.
That's true.
My thought.
That's true. That's so true. Yeah, man. But I don't know why our manager don't like our target. Like, it looks like we fans, we have a completely different vision than the manager. Like players that we want and we see can help us, he doesn't think so. So remember that pretty much everybody in the Chelsea community agreed that Jesus was going to do good at Chelsea, but it looks like the manager didn't want him. probably it was a good opportunity for us to go and buy a combo package there. Buy Jesus, buy Sterling, and then we should be fine. But it didn't look like he's interested on our target. Mr. Yannick Abesolo, sorry, I forgot this comment. I saw it was in French, so I wanted to come back to your comment. I hope that you're still there. So basically, he said that...
I can understand French, no worries.
What did he say?
I can understand French, no worries if you want to.
Yeah,
French.
so let me see. Basically, chercher un défenseur pour remplacer Azpilicueta. Nous avons Chalobah et Ampadu qui peuvent faire dans une défense à 3 avec Koulibaly and Silva. Basically, he said that why are we looking
at the academy? Why are we looking at defenders? Because we have our academy, Thiago Silva, who's good, Chalobah, and who else? Koulibaly.
Koulibaly.
We don't. Yeah, so he says why are we looking at defenders?
Yeah. So basically, he said that we already have players that can play in back 3. But for me, I still believe that we need defenders, man. Listen, I push the academy. Everybody knows about it. But I'm not going to put a young kid like Levi in, it's just like putting him in the firing line. Just go and kill yourself in front there. He's going to have a lot of pressure. And he's still a kid. He might collapse. So I would like to have more experienced players around him and slowly and surely bring him to the team.
I think I wanted to talk about Sevilla now. Do you have a problem? They forgot to renew their players. They just tried to keep them in their club. Remember Koundé and Carlos, and now they're gone. That's a problem. I want to say.
Yeah,
Koundé, I think he prefers to stay in La Liga because he feels more sure there. Because
yeah, but I always had the impression though, Donut, from what you're just saying there, I always had the impression from what was coming out of Spain and from what was coming out, Sevilla did not want to sell to Barcelona because they saw them as a rival club, and they did not want to let Koundé go there. So I'm a bit surprised at that he wants. I know he wants to stay in La Liga maybe because he obviously can't trust himself or test himself in the Premiership, which a lot of these players don't seem to want to do. And I'm just a bit surprised that that actually Sevilla have now gone and strengthened Barcelona again with giving them another player. I mean, do your fans and clubs do they not think about every time you guys play onto them?
They think about it, but Koundé, he's happy there, and he thinks that Xavi is building a good team, like you're saying, Cassia and things. And he's looking at the project so interesting, so he thinks he prefers to go to Barcelona, it's more easier and everything, than to go to Chelsea. He doesn't feel so trusty there to build that project.
That's interesting. That's interesting because it was only because last season when we were in for him, he was almost crying to want to come to Chelsea last season. He was
but it was hard. It was then hard because Sevilla want to keep him because he's like a captain for them. It's a key defender for Sevilla. So that's why I said it was hard, because it's like taking away now Sterling from Chelsea. You understand? It's so hard to take him away. So that's what I wanted to mention.
Okay, people, I wanted to say hi to some of the brothers in the chat. Nippon, NS Sport TV people, go subscribe to our brother. Let's grow the community. Let's get him to 1,000. The brother need to be monetized as soon as possible, man. Yes, we can. Yes, we will. Great channel, great brother, very humble brother. Thank you for stopping by. And he says Barcelona are selling people false dreams. Okay. I
think Barcelona right now, they're trying to keep players. Because I find interesting what Barcelona are doing good is now, because we're going to have each week 3 games, something like that. I think good from Barcelona, they have possible lineups for each game. Because now they're going to be a lot of players who are going to get tired during the start of the season.
Okay. So, Vasia is updating us here. According to Liverpool.com, I don't know, some websites say that Mason Mount still has 2 years contract left, and Liverpool could jump on the opportunity, and he would like probably to play for Jurgen Klopp. DJ, what do you think about Mason Mount to Liverpool?
What was that? Who's made that? Who's made that comment? Sorry, bro.
No, he just reading from a website at Liverpool.com or something like that. Some website the reporting that because Mason Mount has 2 years left and he might be tempted to go and play for Jurgen Klopp. What do you think about it?
Well, I can understand. Happening? I mean, I can understand. Obviously, Klopp's a top-class manager, but how I look at Mason Mount is he's Chelsea through. I mean, I guess it doesn't really mean anything anymore, sentiment anymore. But Mason Mount reminds me of a John Terry. He may not want to leave the club, stay at the club until whatever age he's at, and then all of a sudden John Terry left to go to Aston Villa after he did leave Chelsea finally. So I can't see that happening with Mason Mount. I do believe once the new contract is on the table for both Mason Mount and Reece James, they're going to sign. I'm not worried about that. I think they're the stalwarts at Chelsea at the moment. I think they've bedded themselves into that Chelsea team. I do believe Thomas Tuchel believes in them very much, and I don't believe when that day when he made them comments after the Arsenal match, I don't think he was looking at Reece James and Mason Mount as people that let him down. I think he was looking at the rest of the team that would actually let him down. Obviously, you put in you put in Koulibaly and Sterling, who also didn't let him down in that game. I do believe the rest of the players did, and I think that's what got him really, really down. I do believe, and I think those players. I'm not worried about Mason Mount or Reece James. I do believe they'll be at Chelsea for a long, long time. I don't think they'll go anywhere. My only
I hope so. I just don't believe on the through and through anymore because of what Christensen did. Christensen, I was the one here coming here. Christensen not leaving. I made all kind of theories. Look what he did to me. He went there and he showed Barcelona even a paper that when he was a kid, he made a note that I would like to play one day for Barcelona. They put it even in the welcome video. I'm like, oh, so you were here lying to us, right? Lying to us. You got our education. We made you who you are today, and this is what you're gonna do to me. So I'm always very reserved when it comes to anybody right now, because it's business the end of the day, and knowing how like Barcelona and Real Madrid operate on the market, they might be talking to Reece James right now, say, bro, you are the best in the world, you're gonna play in the best team in the world, don't sign that contract, you're gonna have $500,000 every single season. Let the contract run down. You might see even Reece James try to think about his career and like, why not? And why not? And why not?
So I want to say that's different. I think that's different from those players because I think they're key for Chelsea, and I think they're gonna try to stay. And they're from the academy, I think. I'm sure he's
Christensen is from the academy too.
No, I mean, big up to Nippon, by the way. He makes a very interesting comment in the comment section. Big up to you, bro. I know you're in there, Nippon, from Nippon. I do believe he's in the comments at the moment of NS Sports TV. Yes, I agree. Yes, he is. Mason Mount was Portsmouth. I'm not going to say he's Chelsea through and through because he was a Portsmouth man when he grew up. I'm not saying that at all, but I don't think he. In terms of
he got his education and went to school at Chelsea and the way even he claimed, like when his dad was like, okay, what are we gonna do now because nobody is gonna get to the first team and only John Terry did in the last 20 years, and Mason Mount was like, I will be the next John Terry, like I will make it. You see, so in that sense, you see that the connection is hard than but
what I'm saying, just to address what Nippon is saying, I'm not saying he was Chelsea in terms of being Chelsea through and through, meaning he's come through our academy, Nippon. That's what I mean. Yes, he supported Portsmouth as a kid. I'm not saying he did not, but he came through the Chelsea academy. So in that kind of like way, that's why I'm saying. That's why I think he will stay at Chelsea for that reason. For years to come. But like you said, Augs, if money is a thing that does drive Mason Mount eventually, and Barcelona and Real Madrid, for example, put a big offer on the table, He'll only leave if he's going to leave. I'll expect him to leave because obviously I would expect him to only leave because of Real Madrid's name in the game, the elite sub. If it's all to do with money, and he can get more money, then you can understand. Then you can also understand it from that perspective point of view as well. But I don't believe he'll go anywhere. Not as yet. I think he'll be hanging around for quite some time, along with Reece James. I just think we need to get these other plays. I just think my other concerns are the likes of, for example, Kai Havertz, for example. I don't think he'll stay around Chelsea for years to come as we'd like him to. I think some fans will actually think once his 5 years is up, if Real Madrid or Bayern Munich come in for him, I think he'll be gone.
Yeah.
But players like that though, Mount and James, I do believe would stick around. In terms of that.
I agree. Okay, some more comments here. Donut, how you been, man? Did you go to the game that you were going to see? It was Switzerland against what team again? Donut? No, he's feeding his cat probably. Somebody is asking, use Ampadu properly. I don't know.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's another topic. What position you want to use Ampadu? But let's see what the manager is gonna decide. Don't worry, he's gonna get underpaid like the rest of them. Like Kunde was 6 million, still a lot of money, bro. That is a dream, still a dream money, but he left a lot of money on the table at Chelsea. But that is his own problem. And I just believe that we can get somebody, probably not a big name, just the way we got Azpilicueta. Back in the day, 7 million, we were like, who is Azpilicueta? Who is this guy? Di Matteo actually bought him from Marseille. And then look at him today, captain, legend, leader, won everything. So, if we can go for those low profile, I think we should be fine. We are Chelsea Football Club. And you want to say something?
Yeah, no. So I was in my throat. I was just going to say it all because I was waiting for you to finish. I was just going to say if now is probably the time for the likes of an Arsenal, I say it, and Tottenham to overtake Chelsea for that third and fourth spot. The way things are at this moment in time because of our business and their business. Now, if we go on with this season with no other signings and Tottenham and Arsenal still can't finish above us. Then, mate, I don't know where they're going to stand ever finishing behind ever finishing ahead of Chelsea, because this is the time now to do it if they're going to do it.
You're right.
But I believe that we will bring in the plays. But as I keep saying, it's worrying me because it looks like we're going to have to go for third and fourth choices, Orcs, whoever they're going to be.
But the problem is, you can be for fifth choice, but you are better than the first choice. It's just the list, you know? Sometimes it's just the list. It doesn't mean anything the end of the day. If you can just do the job, and then I'll be fine with it. I'm just afraid of going for that Monaco guy, Badiashile. What do you think about him?
Yeah, I saw that link. It was strong. It was a couple of days ago, wasn't it?
He's tall, that guy, yeah.
He's tall. How old is he? Is he what?
21.
21. He's apparently, from what I understand, a lot of people are talking quite highly of him. I know he was linked with some clubs last season in the Premiership as well. And in the end, he ended up staying where he was. I think he said he wanted to have one more season, and then he'll go and test himself out. Listen, look, I know he's 21 years old, but then I'm thinking to myself, he's 21 years old, okay? And then I'm looking at our defence and thinking, Levi Corville, right? Do we really need? What about him? You know, I mean, people will laugh at me and say, "Oh, he's an academy graduate." It's not that he's an academy graduate.
That's what people do, bro.
The guy's proved himself to be good. But look, if the manager thinks Badiashile is the guy for him and he wants him, then I say do what the manager wants. Go and get him. Simple as that. Go and get him, because I think it's getting to that stage now where we keep talking about our academy players, saying they should be given more of a chance, but the academy players also need to have good experienced players around them as well. And I'm not. And this guy's 21 years old. So I don't know what experience he has. I think the only experience he'll probably have over the other academy players, he's probably played more. Had more game time with this club that he's at the moment over our academy players.
Were Monaco in the Champions League last season? Do you remember that? Or Europa League? I don't know.
I think they were.
Probably Europa League, right?
I think they were in the Europa League, I think.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Did they drop to the Europa League when they were in the
I don't know. I forgot about it. But yeah, keep going, man.
Yeah, and all I'm saying is if this guy... I mean, I have to say, I've seen him play once. I don't really follow. I've seen him play once. For me, when I saw him in that game, he did look pretty good in that game, I have to say. But again, this is the Premiership. I mean, that's that league,
that is a different animal.
Huge difference, bruv. Yeah, huge difference. So we have to see how he does. But look, we can't keep on going and ruling out players to bring him, bro, because at the end of the day, we're going to keep on saying, oh, he's not being Premiership driven. He's got no Premiership experience. Well, this is what you do when it comes to the transfer window. Unless you're going to go and buy top players from the Premiership, which are not going to become available, and if you do go and get them, the clubs decide to sell. You're looking at big money. Just look how much Leicester want to sell Fofana for, 70 million plus. Yeah. All right. So if Chelsea are looking down that road of bringing in players of that caliber, then yeah, you're going to have to spend the money, bring them in, Premiership proven, bring them in to do a job at the back for us. But if you're thinking about other players from abroad that have not played in the Premiership, then there is that risk factor. And you know, Koulibaly is a risk factor, but I do believe he's experienced enough to come in and take the Premiership by storm. But that's my honest take on Koulibaly, despite his age. People say he should have come earlier, at early age, but I do believe he's still at the right age to come. I think he can do a job, and he's a central defender. So for me, I mean, look at Thiago Silva. I mean, people want to throw that one in there. Look what age he came to the Premiership, but look how well he's doing. So in that kind of like way, I have to say, Koulibaly is a great, obviously a great signing. He was one of my preference choices. So yeah, if we can go and bring in this Badiashile, I won't complain. I think if we need to get him in, bring him in. If the manager wants him, bring him in. Simple as that.
Okay. Yeah. Very fair point. So this guy here, Mr. Steele, first of all, he been putting word in my mouth, talking about me, Koundé, talking about I was complaining about his height and whatever. Listen, we all give opinions, and I think I give you the time, and I give you the platform to express yourself, and probably you should give me also the freedom to give my opinion too. And for your information, I'm not responsible for Koundé not coming to Chelsea. I don't make decisions, and Todd Bowley is not paying me to make this channel. I wish I had that kind of influence, though. So when DJ is talking about academy now, that is his opinion, and it should be respected. If you don't like academy and English players and you want to make your theory, that is you, okay? But just don't attack people who try to defend other people just because you hate them. Doesn't give us the right to hate or like what you like. So I hope you understand that I'm just a fan like you, and you're supposed not to put the word in my mouth. And then he said here about football is a business, academy or not. If you are good and you trust yourself, you should work hard to get game time. Because if opportunity is given, they can as well leave the club for bigger pay. Yeah, to a certain extent, but you can only show yourself when you are given equal opportunity. Don't tell me that giving somebody 3 minutes here, 5 minutes there, league game, Carabao Cup game here, that is opportunity, okay? You give people opportunity when you use like the real, let's say, real rotation. When, one game, a hard game, you put a youngster there. You tell him to go and do his thing. You trust them in big games, not only watching from the bench and say, oh, you have to learn and you have to earn it. Listen, there are players that can walk. You can do whatever you want. You work hard, but if the manager don't want to give you a chance, he doesn't want to give you a chance. Simple as that. And managers are just people like us. They have their likes and dislikes. So it doesn't mean if somebody doesn't make it, that means he's bad. Or you can be whatever you want. If the manager decide that I have my core, my players that I trust more, no matter how you do, you're not gonna get into the team. That's what Danny Drinkwater said in his interview. He worked very hard to prove Mauricio Sarri that he can do it, but he wasn't even talking to him. Like, he already made up his mind. I'm not gonna work with you. I'm not gonna work with you no matter what you do. So when people say you are not good enough, that's why you're not being picked, no, it doesn't work that way in football. You just need somebody that will trust you and give you a chance to make mistakes and also learn from those mistakes. Mr. Vasia said that now, according to journalist Simon Phillips, what he's saying, he says Chelsea are considering making a move for Danish international Atalanta defender Joachim Miel. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Who's that? What's the guy's
Joachim?
name? Oh yeah, Joachim Miel
or something. Yeah. So
yeah, wing back position. Okay, interesting.
So let's see what is going to happen. Let me just even pull that guy. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it on his page here, but that is so. Simon Phillips' page is here. I didn't see it, but I don't know where you take your news. Probably because he got podcast. He got a lot of Football London. That he's a writer over there. He got his own podcast, SI and Dan Talk. So probably in one of the platform, but I don't see it on Twitter here. But yeah, I don't know, man. Bring anybody now, because we have no choice, right?
We sound desperate, don't we, bro?
We are desperate. Bring anybody.
So desperate now, mate. I mean, who would have believed a big club like us would be finding it very hard to attract players to the football club, mate? I would have never in my wildest dreams thought that. Bear in mind, we still hold the title of world champions until that changes, and we can't seem to get players in that we want. And I don't believe it's nothing to do with Thomas Tuchel. People seem to think he can't have the pull of players. There's just something else that doesn't go with the negotiations, and I don't know what it is, bro. I wish I knew. I wish I was like a fly in the wall to see how the negotiations work and why the players say no to us for them to come to Chelsea, because I don't believe for the life of me would have this many people turning us down, okay, and opting for other clubs. There's got to be a reason behind it all, and and things happen for a reason, and you have to ask that question of who is it? Is it our owner when he goes to talk to the players and the agent, or the agent, and then obviously the Thomas Tuchel then speaks to the player? Or is it because, the player actually just basically doesn't want to come to Chelsea? And 3 or 4 or 5 seasons back when Roman was in charge, we never had this issue. He goes and gets a player, boom, done. We're done before every other club before the transfer window's even begun. We've already begun our business. Business is completed. We're all ready to go into our pre-season games while others are still struggling to get the players through the door. We're all done. Now we're at the other end of it all, where everyone else has done their business and we're the ones falling behind. It's just, and like I read, it's interesting. One of your people on your comment section, I don't know who it was, read earlier on. He put on there, he put on there, which I found hilarious. He goes, "Oh, Todd Burley's good for one thing, and that's arranging dinners." Yeah. He's having dinners everywhere, right? He's arranging dinners, mate. He's good at arranging a good dinner. Speaking to people at dinners and things like that. When it comes to getting the business in for Thomas Tuchel and getting the players, mate, that's the business we want. We want the business of the players to come to Chelsea, not going to arrange dinner for every executive you can think of in the Premiership, whoever it might be. Help your manager out and get the players that he wants. At the moment, we're so behind in terms of that. I have to say, I do fear for us for next season, Hawks. I really do, honestly. Because, yes, we can put our first 11. Yes, we can put our first 11 with the team players we've got now. But if you're looking at certain players that get injured in that team, you haven't got good replacements to come and replace them. And this is where we're falling behind now, because Tottenham now have gone and addressed that. Arsenal seem to have gone and addressed that. We know Manchester City will address it, and Liverpool have addressed it. We're the only ones. And Manchester, let me tell you this, Man United, the only other club that seems to be behind us in terms of transfers. But I tell you what, it wouldn't surprise me if they start getting their transfer business done even before us. I mean, they've got Lisandro Martinez signed yesterday.
I have a good news for you, bro.
What's that? Tell me.
Tottenham would do the Spursy, and Arsenal would do the Arsenal. So don't worry about it.
Under Conte, you think he'll still do the Spursy?
Yeah, this is a football heritage. They're gonna do the Spursy the last minute, bottle it, and we're gonna take advantage of it. Or it could be another opportunity, doors open to the youngsters. Just like during Lampard's first season, transfer ban, and then we went to use. But I don't think the manager is really ready to work and have patience with those bunch of kids and all that. I think he earned it. He feels like, just like Mourinho, right? People will say like he don't promote youngsters, but I think that he earned it. That he got to the next level. You know, when you win the Champions League, right? You attend like untouchable, quote unquote, status. You are untouchable. You can decide what you do because you are a Champions League winner. And people will say Mourinho never promoted youngsters and blah, blah, blah. But Mourinho, you can understand. When he was struggling in Portugal, nobody even knew him. All of a sudden, boom, somebody from nowhere win the Champions League. And he went to win Europa League again with the same team. And then he earned that because of him taking nobodies and make them somebodies.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like promoting youngsters, he doesn't have time to waste for that. You have to be ready because I earned it. But I don't think also Thomas Tuchel is gonna be willing to, oh man, I might have to wait now and work with a bunch of kids. No, I need to win now.
I'll be honest with you, bro. I don't think I've seen Thomas Tuchel as fed up as he looks now. And you know, as I said it before, it will not surprise me. It will not surprise me for example, bro, if we don't get any, if for example we don't get any more signings in, say, I'm just putting this an example out there. If we don't get the signings in that he needs before the Everton match, and we play the Everton match and lose, questions will start getting asked about him and his job. And I do believe he won't stand for it, and he'll just say, you know what, hell with this, I resign. And if he decides to resign, I'm telling you now, mate, I don't know where we're going to end up. What's going to happen is because we've not signed any play. I mean, apart from obviously Raheem Sterling and Koulibaly, and we've said, for example, not bringing anybody else in. You then got to ask the question: what other manager will want to come in there and do it? Now, the only person that will come to my mind that will probably come in and take us over temporary would probably be John Terry, because I do believe he'll take that job for a little while. And then he might.
Yeah, I don't want our ex-legend though.
Exactly, bro. Because we saw what happened with Frank Lampard and the crap he got afterwards. Yeah. Yeah. So you know, it is worrying times at the moment for us. And I've always been cool in this whole transfer window. I always said, you know, we'll get our players in, we'll do this, we'll do that. And I've been so far. I have to say, I've been shocked at our window, mate. 2 players in, and it seems like what our owner's doing. It seems to be 1 player out, 1 player in. 1 player out, 1 player in, and obviously he's replaced Lukaku with Sterling. If that is supposed to be the right, if that is supposed to be right replacement, and then obviously he's gone and brought Koulibaly in for Rudiger. But then you're looking at yourself and you're thinking, what about Christensen? Who's his replacement? Probably he's thinking, oh, we've already got Chalobah there. You know, he could probably be doing. And listen, Chalobah can do a good job. I'm not going to rate him, but I'm not going to knock him. But I know how the Chelsea fans are. And if he does any mistakes in that defence, you can bet your bottom dollar bill the fans are going to come on this kid and they're going to give him a tough time. This is why we really need to get this business. We need to get this window sorted out very quickly. I mean, Pau Torres has been another mention I've heard being linked with us. Again, if he's available, why are we just wasting our time and not getting this deal done? If he's available, Pau Torres, and he wants to come, for example, and he wants to test himself out, I do believe he wants to test himself out in another league. Why are we not going and getting the business done? Get this kid out, get this guy over the line.
Yeah, I agree.
Again,
completely agree.
We're falling behind again, bro. We're going to fall behind again. He'll end up being somewhere else, possibly Manchester United, because I know they're looking at another defender. It wouldn't surprise me if he goes there. Yeah. Honestly.
So, people, please help me get to 100. We are getting closer to 100 likes. We are over 120 people watching right now. If you can help your brother with your... If you can bless me with 1 like, it will be Amazing. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Let me read some more comment here from you people. Let's see. Chalobah won't do it according to Mr. Host Trend TV. Well, he did it last season, so just don't get always flip-flopping all the time depending on the result. People can have bad days in the office, you can have a bad week, you can have a bad month, you can have a bad season. It's happened just like in everybody's life. So if you think that because he was horrible in preseason and he's gonna be that way, it could depend on also the entire team. The entire team didn't perform. Last season the same people were applauding Trevor Chalobah and how he's a great player, but now people want to get on him. But listen, that is how you learn from football, right? You get to the next level by making mistakes and learning. So I'm gonna just reserve all my critics when it comes to Chalobah or other so-called flops during this preseason. Let's say somebody say you always disagree with everybody, Mr. Steele. So nothing new here. I disagree on that. Playing fast for players. It was always been late panic buy since Marina took over from Emenalo. Yeah, you're making a point. You're talking. Yeah, since Marina took over from Emenalo, pushed him out, and yeah, I remember us like struggling until the last minute to sign a panic buy. Yeah, I've been so, but talking about DJ was just mentioning about the power, the pull power that you people wanted to play for us. Not necessarily that we signed them immediately or the same day, but overall, he was talking about overall. So I know what you mean. Emenalo was great, and since Marina took over, kind of low. Like I remember many windows that we didn't sign even anybody, and boom, in February we signed Hakim Ziyech. Like, hello, we needed somebody to help us for the second part of the season. The transfer ban is over and you don't help your manager, stuff like that. Last season we signed Lukaku literally the end of the window, and then the very end of the window we got somebody on loan, Saul Niguez, and we missed out on Jules Koundé, who really were pushing and praying and crying and tweaking and mourning to come to Chelsea. At the end, we didn't want to pay the money, and then he stayed and he was angry for not joining Chelsea. Apparently, he got depressed and started getting red card and kicking people on the pitch and all that. People, we all made theories and narratives about it. So yeah, Marina been really penny pinching the last minute, missed out on Alisson Becker, missed out on Lukaku the first time that he joined Manchester United. Always try to go our plan A, plan B, plan C, but still get it very late. I kind of agree, but it's 50-50. And DJ was referring to the Abramovic era more than just one short period of Marina as sporting director. But I have to, somebody say, Mr. Vasia in the chat say, I'm sorry, but I have to repeat, Chelsea should get Ronaldo, Depay, De Jong, Matheus Nunes. Until September, we have to get them in the team. And ask yourself how much it's going to cost us to get all these players and how many players we need to get rid of, because you're not going to pay all those salary and bench them, right? If nobody comes for our players, and then it's going to be very difficult to get your list. You know what I mean? Dumfries overrated is, I don't know, I never really watched him closely or anything. I don't know him that much. I know him on FIFA, probably watched him few times during Inter Europa League final that they lost. I don't know much about him. I know that he's a solid, good player, but not much than that. I was checking on his statistics the other day, but I don't know. He's just a solid, good player, but nothing special about Dumfries, in my opinion. But I don't know much about him. Mr. Moga Mr. Patrick 7 said Barkley is a bowler. I wish he get a chance. For defense, let's promote some 1 or 2 academy players. For Lukaku position, Havertz and Broja can do that. That work. Let's go Blues. Ross Barkley, I'm not sure he's gonna stay at Chelsea Football Club. Looks like the manager don't rate him, even though he was the last guy to score under Abramovic era, the last goal. Remember when we were struggling, and in the stoppage time he helped us score the last minute. But I kind of like Ross Barkley, to be honest with you, but I don't think he's gonna stay at Chelsea though. I heard
Can I just?
Yeah. Go on, bro. You can jump. I was just
gonna. Sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just. Listen, I don't mean to. What do you call it? But Ross Barkley, a baller. Please.
Yeah, he said he's a baller. Yeah.
Oh, mate. Listen, you're entitled to your opinion, but I'm not gonna. What do you call you on? If you think he's a baller, then brilliant. Not you. I'm talking to the guy in the comment section. Is it Moga Patrick?
Yeah,
Patrick
I call him Patrick. So yeah.
Patrick 7. My apologies if I what do you call your name? Butchered your name, bro. But listen, if you think he's a baller, obviously you're entitled to your opinion. But for me, he's one of the first players I'd want out the door. To be honest with you, I don't know what he does at Chelsea. I know he got some goals. The last goals under the Abramovic era, but apart from that, what does the guy really bring? Every time he comes off the bench, he really doesn't do anything. For me, I don't think he's the kind of player that he's not. Listen, in the beginning when we first signed him, I thought, what a good player, but when we got him, people got to remember when we signed him, he was an injured player, and we signed an injured player.
Yeah.
And he hasn't really shown what he can do in a Chelsea shirt when given the opportunities to. And and for me, I think he's a waste of space in the Chelsea team. I would sell him if we get good money from him. I would sell him. Along with the likes of Bakayoko, the other one,
Michy
Batshuayi, the other one who's still at Chelsea. I think probably forgot about him is Baba Rahman, another one who's still at Chelsea.
He's still at Chelsea. Can you believe even Matt Miazga still on our payroll? Yeah.
And I'd also sell Emerson and to be honest,
Emerson Palmieri you're talking about here, huh?
Yeah, Emerson
but it looks Palmieri. Like the manager rate him though.
Oh, mate, you saw him in the pre-season friendly games. Okay, I know they're pre-seasons, but oh my God, that guy was a disaster zone. And then they thought they could bring in Alonso to come in and do a bit of work. He also was rubbish as well in those couple of games. And I'm not going to knock Alonso because he's done very well for what he's done when he's come, and he's in his position when he's wing back. I don't think there's anyone better out there. But if you ask him to play in a back four, forget it. He ain't great as a left back. He ain't good at all as a left back. Drinkwater's no longer Abdi. Drinkwater's no longer a Chelsea player. In fact, his contract ran out at the end of the season. He's now a free agent to go wherever he wants. So he's no longer on the wage bill anymore, Abdi. Big up to you for your comments, sir.
Yeah, so we respect each other's opinion. DJ think that he's just a good player, but he's not a bowler according to DJ. We have to respect his opinion. I like Ross Barkley in a personal level. I don't know why, but there are certain players that you just think that they got something and then you still believe and they hope that will kill you, like it never happened. So to his credit, I would say he's not playing enough time, and like he's gonna play 5 minutes there, and every time he's on the pitch, like he wanna prove people wrong, kind of. So he never really, like, nobody trusts him. So if he goes to a team like Everton, where Frank Lampard trusted him back in the day, and he need to play week in and week out, he can be in a good level. For me,
true.
For me, look at, like, did we really need Saul Niguez to take time instead of spending 5 million and pay him 250k a week instead of, okay, give Ross Barkley a chance, for example. I don't think like Ross Barkley was going to be worse than Saul Niguez.
I think better. I think better. At least a little better, I think. Yeah, I think Proleti is not a big player, so imagine the Premier League is not gonna do good. Yeah, I'm okay with you. That's true.
So Bobby Smokey said that we have to get. Let me read this from Bobby. He said, "Get Fofana now. He's bound. Get him now. He's bound too expensive because he has 5 years left on his contract. He actually signed a contract extension last season after that horrible injury that he had in preseason. The kid is pure mustard. Okay, he's better than Koundé in every way." And as good as Koulibaly.
So why doesn't he play for the French national team?
Let me finish reading this. Would you please? Okay, so he said, and as good as Koulibaly and much younger. Okay, how tall is that guy? What's his name again? Fofana. Yeah. Do you know his size?
I don't know, but I don't know if he. I look at him. I think he looks more or less. He looks
slightly, like Koundé. If he's the same size as Koundé, then
slightly taller than Koundé. I think slightly taller than Koundé. I don't think he's any bigger than Koundé.
So why
taller?
Why doesn't he play for the French national team? Why?
Fofana, because he's coming. He's coming from an injury. He played for the underage because he was young. Okay, don't forget that. How old is he? Like 21, 22, something like that. He's still young. He was in the French. He is in the French national team underage because he's still young. And he was going to be in the national team if he didn't have that broken leg. So the guy was out for almost a season. So you have to give him the benefit of the doubt here. That's how I see it.
Do you know if we've got because I can't remember. Do you know if we've got a buyback clause for Mark Gohi from Crystal Palace?
No, I think we have some kind of first refusal. Like if somebody wanna buy him and then we can match the price. But other than that, they need to want to sell him. We need to make an approach and say, can you sell him? If they say no, we don't have any buyback clause. We have a first refusal, and we also have a percentage in case he gets sold and we don't buy him. We're gonna get some money out of the deal.
Guys, do you think there's maybe a possibility of Ronaldo going to Chelsea?
I don't mind. For me, we need goals.
I don't mind him either, but I think Thomas Tuchel's ruled that one out for some reason or another. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I think he probably thinks if Ronaldo comes, he's too much of a big personality in the dressing room. He probably thinks he could overpower him in the dressing room. I don't know. But then I'm thinking to myself, he handled players like Neymar and people like that, you know, when he was at PSG, Neymar, Mbappe and players like that. I mean, let's be honest, he only lost his job at PSG because they couldn't win the Champions League. Yeah. Nothing else. So he was handling personalities like that. So whether Ronaldo's too much of a personality or bigger personality than them guys, and he's probably thinking, no, I can't handle this guy. That can be the only reason why I don't think he's coming to Chelsea. But again, I'm thinking, if you're a good manager and you know how to coach, then you shouldn't really worry about egos like that because, you know, the guy is a top-notch player. I would love him at Chelsea. I've said this before. I've said this on August's channel. I've said it on numerous streams I've gone on. I'd love him at Chelsea, but
yeah,
it's very unlikely.
I don't mind really. For me, we like goals. Nobody score even in an empty net, brother. Donut.
It's very unlikely.
We don't score even in an empty net. We can't even score a penalty.
I know.
We always lose on penalty shootout. But Ronaldo don't miss penalties. The 5th penalty you give to Ronaldo, he win you a trophy, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let me read some more comment here from you people. Get in the comment, or you can join us, me, DJ, and Donut. Donut, how is your cat?
Good. He's good.
All right. Yeah. Let me read some comment here. Barkley has got something that doesn't or never manifest. Just glimpse. Yeah. some glimpse. He will have those long range passes. I still remember a pass that he made to, I don't know, like bam to Aspilicueta, and Aspilicueta played very quickly, and Timo Werner was to finish it. Well, that was an amazing pass. I remember we were struggled to get that game done as per usual last season. We were struggling just to get even a goal, and we were panicking the last minute, and then he came and bam, what a pass. But yeah, he will have his glimpse, his moment FC, right? Like he got his moment.
Moment FC.
Like Barkley got his moment on his day. He's good. Yeah, that is chess.
I've heard though, because apparently his attitude sucks in training. And I think
Ross Barkley
said to me, Barkley's training. Yeah, he doesn't seem to like. I don't know. When it comes to certain things about the training, only the manager would know this. Because obviously, he's training with these players every day. But someone did say to me that apparently he's training. He's training. Apparently, the manager doesn't like the way he trains. He's not. He doesn't put his full on attitude towards it all. And he puts him in the squad. Yeah, that's why he doesn't start games and puts him as a squad player, because that's all we've got in terms of experience. And sometimes when he does come on, I think people see, because when he comes on, he always seems to either prove to be wrong to the doubters that are saying he hasn't got the attitude in training, because he goes and maybe scores some wonder goal or some crap from distance, and people saying, how can people turn around and say he hasn't got the attitude? Well, we don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
True.
We don't know how his attitude is in training and what is when he's actually playing out there. Only the manager knows, as I said. And if he is showing that kind of thing, and he doesn't start, because let's be honest, Orgs, right?
Yeah.
If Ross Barkley was was up there, and he's and he can give us something, there's no doubt in my mind our manager would start him. I don't doubt that for a second. I think he likes the attitude of players that will want to put in an effort. And he will start them. If he thinks that he cannot start him in game, there's a reason behind it all. I know people moan on about, he doesn't give Kepa a chance either in the goal. I can understand that one, because for me, I don't think Kepa's really done anything wrong to not get given a chance, especially when Mendy showed, I do believe in the last bits of last season, you could see he was getting tired mentally. You could see he needed a bit of that rest. But for some reason or another, because of his whole attitude, I think that's why Thomas Tuchel kept him in the goal. Because he just loves him. He loves the attitude he brings to the Chelsea team. And I'm not saying Kepa does the same thing. But we've also seen Kepa at his worst. We saw that in the cup final when Sarri was our manager, mate. He didn't want to come off the pitch.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So you can see some aspects of what people. You can see why a manager would not pick certain players, certain games. But I always still believe if players are mentally tired and physically tired, then whatever players you got to come in to take over them have got to be good enough or near enough the levels to say, you know what, you can come in and do a job for me. And clearly, he doesn't give that to Ross Barkley.
Yeah, you got a point. So, all I want is to see him enjoy his football somewhere, because he can still be good in a certain level, week in, week out somewhere. I think he's going to improve. So, Mr... your name also is almost impossible for me to pronounce, my brother, but you say Ndika, Cavadiol, Matthews, Nounes, Oliver. Who is Oliver? What Oliver are you talking about? I don't know. But yeah, good point.
Is he talking about the striker Oliveira, I wonder?
Oliveira, yeah, probably him from Portugal. We have to go back to the Portuguese market, because now it looks like all the ballers are coming out of Portugal at the moment. I don't know why we're not involved in that market. I don't know.
Man, we were on it. We were on it how many seasons ago, bro? We were on the Portuguese market. We used to bring in some. I mean, look at the players we brought in from. I know people say they were Maniche, Deco, Cavallo, Ferreira, Basingua. We brought in Thiago. We brought in a lot of players in the Portuguese league, and all of a sudden now it's like we don't even look in that market anymore, which I'm a bit surprised about, to be honest with you, because like we said, I'm not saying because I'm not being biased because I'm Portuguese, but I'm just saying we do produce good players in Portugal, and I don't understand why they're not.
PSG are doing madness there. They're going to shop on young, talented, energetic players over there in Portugal before they become big, and watch couple seasons from now, those players are gonna be big names there. So this is what I wanna see at Chelsea. Like we find De Bruyne before De Bruyne, Salah before Salah. You know, we find them, and then they're gonna become Salah at Chelsea, if that makes sense. So we're gonna make their names at Chelsea. That's the way I wanna see. Go to those low profile. The problem I have, I forgot even to mention, the Badishile guy from Monaco. I'm afraid that we're gonna do the Bakayoko, where everybody went to Monaco to pick Mbappe, Bernardo Silva, Fabinho, you know, all the ballers in a golden generation. And what Chelsea scout.
I don't know if the truth of Frankie de Jong is true to Chelsea.
Okay, so all right, so we're gonna come back, Donut, to Frankie de Jong, but I'm talking about this guy from Monaco. Like when everybody went there to pick up the ballers, we went to pick up Bakayoko for Chelsea.
Oh my God!
So I don't really trust, like, you know, and we let Matic go and replace him by Bakayoko, but we forgot that there was Bernardo Silva there waiting. Fabinho was there waiting. Mbappe was there. And we went to pick up the best of the best, Timo Bakayoko. So I'm afraid this guy... Yeah.
To be fair to Bakayoko, come on, he was one of the best talents out there before when we got him. I mean, I know a lot of clubs were chasing him. And for some reason
so what happened? He couldn't even kick a ball in pre-season.
This is my point. He comes to Chelsea and all of a sudden he just can't do what we're used to seeing him doing. And you know, and this is
different than Premier League.
Yeah, exactly. But that as well, and I just sometimes wonder, and I hope I'm wrong in saying, I sometimes wonder, is this why we did not go for Tchouaméni offers? Because of that reason. They thought, we tried Bakayoko from that league, it didn't work out. Now if we go for Tchouaméni, he could do the same thing. But for me, every time I've seen Tchouaméni play, at the age that he was at and up until now, because I've since he was linked with Chelsea, I've followed this kid's career. Okay, and every time I've seen him play for Monaco, he's looked the stuff, mate. He's looked the proper baller. And I thought to myself, you know what? Yeah, why did we not get this kid? You know, we had the chance to get him, but again, another failed transfer that we couldn't get. Instead, we decided to go for Saul Niguez instead of him last season. I mean,
that tells you everything you want to know.
That's true. I don't understand why, because I think Tchouaméni is better.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
That's why I don't trust our scouting department, because if you're gonna be afraid of buying somebody because you made a mistake before, and then you're not gonna do any kind of business in life. Because if you don't do a bad business, you are not a businessman. Because you're gonna try different things, some of them are gonna fail, and then you have to be confident in yourself and continue doing business. So that tells you the level of our scout, because everybody could see that you didn't do properly your job then. And oh my goodness, Chelsea Football Club. Let me read a few more comments.
Yeah, I don't understand, because that's true what said Morgs, that imagine they got Bernardo Silva, Fabinho from Monaco. That would be great.
Okay, so I've been seeing people suggesting this Chelsea should get Charles the Kite, that guy from Belgium. I think AC Milan are working on it. I've seen him linked with many other clubs, but I don't know him that much. I know that his last name is very difficult.
Guys, you should sign, guys. I think Frankie de Jong. That would be interesting.
Frankie de Jong, forget about it. I'm not gonna finance.
But right now,
Barcelona, we're gonna finance them. Listen, we're gonna pay 80 million on that guy, and they're gonna use the same money to pay for Rafinha and pay for Koundé that they hijacked from us. I don't wanna help them in any way, so I'm not gonna go for him. So yeah, I don't want us to do any kind of business with them. So yeah, so this guy says Charles. I can't pronounce his last name. His last name looks like he's like Congolese or something. It's very difficult to pronounce. But he's not Congolese, of course. I wanted to make a joke here. But he's a good player according to many reports, because AC Milan wanted him. At some point he was linked with PSG and other big clubs, but I don't know if the manager rate him or not. So yeah, let's wait and see. The young,
I think I'm hearing I don't know, I'm hearing lots of rumors.
Okay.
Who was it? Bernardo Silva. I don't know.
To Barcelona. Bernardo
Not
Silva
only
to
Barcelona, not only Barcelona.
Okay. To what team? What team again?
Oh, I think Chelsea and Barca. Yeah.
Bernardo Silva. I don't think Manchester City are gonna sell Bernardo Silva to us.
Not to us, 100% not to us.
They already saw that Sterling. That's about more than enough. Probably Barcelona, because they always find money to buy players. So who knows? Probably the last signing this window is gonna be Bernardo Silva. They managed to get everybody they wanted, and Bernardo Silva is gonna be like their Messi.
Yeah, because you know, one of them Polenkas of those money they're doing is about 300 million.
Say it again.
300 million.
Okay, 300 million that they have to spend.
Yeah, one of them 200, another from 300, and the other one 100. That's
okay, so they're gonna spend all the money on buying players instead of like paying some of the debt
and
back.
as well paying the money for entering La Liga. Yes, you have to pay money for players can play in La Liga. So yeah, as well takes 100.
Okay, somebody is asking in the chat here. He says that De Jong is quality. What do you want? What do you mean? No, would you rather Jorginho? I didn't say that I would rather Jorginho, but I explained why I don't wanna finance. I don't wanna found Barcelona, who've been very mean to us, who've been getting every single target. So it's gonna be like we buy their expensive player just to finance what they just hijacked from us. That is the reason. And talking about his quality, I didn't say that he wasn't quality. And let's listen. I always tell people choices are just choices, are personal. Just because you like somebody or you hate somebody doesn't give me the right to do the same. We all have choices in life. We have just to respect each other. That's the way I see it.
It's very true, bro.
I understand.
Just a quick thing for you. I was going to ask.
Renato Sanchez. Yeah, I wanted to.
Let DJ finish, please, Donna.
Oh
no, yeah. It was a question for Donut, really, because he knows, obviously, he follows the Spanish football quite a lot. I was going to ask him something. How is it that Barcelona have made all this money all of a sudden and bringing these players in? I know they've sent TV rights. I know they've done a lot of deals behind the scenes to get this stuff in, but we were talking about a club before the transfer window was open, long before the transfer window was open, that were literally only allowed to bring in players on a free. We're talking about Frankie Kessie, Chris. Yeah, okay, bro. And I will. I'm just finishing while I've got the question still in my mind. And I was thinking to myself, they're going to bring these players in on a free transfer. They couldn't even register players at one point, and it seems like the La Liga president seems to not care what's going on there and letting them do whatever they want to do. Now, if that was a Chelsea or a Man City or a Liverpool or anybody else, go on, bro.
La Liga. I don't want to insult the big clubs, but you know their finance. They are not obligated to pay it because they're big clubs for La Liga, so they're not gonna obligate them to pay those quantities of debt. So they're gonna let them pay for the players, and they're just gonna let them, because if they do that, they're gonna create problems with Barcelona. So they let them do whatever they do. Let them do those palenkas and buy players. It's different in La Liga. And Barca simply, I know. I was surprised too when I heard that.
And Barcelona and Real Madrid actually get their own image right, television right.
And Real Madrid,
they negotiate on their own. They don't share with everybody else. They got. Go on.
And you know, Real Madrid as well has debt, but you know the guys that you have to pay them debt, they're letting them go do whatever they do because they're the image of the league. If they,
They want to promote their league and make
Yeah.
more money, because Real Madrid and Barcelona brings more money, so they have to just close eyes on certain things for the good of the league, for the good of their league. But
because the reason I was saying that to you, Donut, is because Chelsea went into this transfer window and offered more money for Koundé and for Rafinha.
Because those palancas are about, I can explain you. One of them is 300 million, that's a lot. Then another 200 and one 100. So they had lots of money to touch, to pay. So that's why at the end, and at the added plus, we have Xavi, who has a really good team. So Rafinha at the end, he prefers money and Xavi than Chelsea.
Okay.
Okay, I see. So
no worries.
People, don't forget to keep liking. The more you like, the more people will join us. Much appreciated. One click. Let's get to 200 likes. Why not? If you want to bless me and bless yourself, that's all you have to do. You will be blessed when you bless other people. That's the way it is in life.
Questions of La Liga, I can ask. Any La Liga questions. If you have like Atletico Madrid, what's happening with Ronaldo, I can answer all you that.
Okay, just tell us more about it. Ronaldo to La Liga. Go on.
No, I'm telling you. You know, I'm from Atleti, from the club there. We absolutely hate Ronaldo. It's like saying Messi to Madrid. You understand what I mean? So we really don't want him, even if it's a big player. It's like hitting ourselves. You know, he did so much damage this last years with the Champions League, all this. So yeah, I'm telling you, no way. And that's why I proposed to you guys Chelsea, because I think it would be interesting for you guys, a striker of that quality. And he yesterday told to Manchester United at a reunion to say that he doesn't care if Sir Ferguson wants to convince him, he wants to leave.
Okay, I'm going to have to make sure that we get Ronaldo, bro. Listen, I'm going to make a call right now, call Todd Boehly and say, listen, you don't have to listen to your manager, just bring Ronaldo. I think if Boehly ever tried to bring players that Thomas Tuchel don't want, he's going to resign. He's going to say, you know what, I'm out.
I said it already, mate. I've said this already. That is my worrying concern. Is our manager, because there are some Chelsea fans and some platforms that are actually asking for, they're saying this manager hasn't got no pull on players. He should go now. He should build a team and then let the new manager come in and take over. Whatever. What people don't seem to realise is we're not going to get a world class manager coming in at this moment in time, other than what we've got now. I don't know what people seem to think. I don't know who they think we can go and get out there. I mean, the only manager that's really, really available out there, and I know a lot of Chelsea fans, including you, Orgs, don't want him, and that is Zinedine Zidane. I personally don't want him either.
No, okay? I don't want Zidane. I don't want a Pochettino.
Pochettino's the other one out there. And let's see, what have they really, really done? I mean, obviously Zidane's won things in his career, but what's?
Yeah, and I think it's never.
I tell you who to blame. I tell you who to bring. We have an excellent manager right now, free. Big Sam. Sam Allardyce. Bring Big Sam in the team. That is all Chelsea need right now, okay?
You know you're playing, bro. I know you're playing now.
Bring Big Sam. He's free. Or Tony Polis also. People like that.
Oh, mate. Oh, God.
Bruce.
Big Sam Allardyce at Chelsea.
Big Bruce.
Man, what a disaster. That's all over it, mate. Seriously. So, this is what I've been trying to say, because there are some Chelsea fans that seem to think if we get rid of Thomas Tuchel, we're going to get the next manager. No one's going to come to Chelsea while we're in this situation now. We're playing in the Champions League. Unless you want to play a manager like a Poch, maybe Poch might decide to say, okay, you know what, I can come in there and improve the club. Obviously Thomas Tuchel's gone. Let me come in and improve. That's what he does. He improves players. But he's not really won anything major in his tournament, apart from obviously.
Yeah, he is good on coaching and improving players. You're right.
Lately, I've been. I remember Darwin Nunez is remembering me, Timo Werner at Chelsea.
Darwin Núñez, he scored the other day. He scored 4 goals for Liverpool. So give him time, okay? I know people are making theories about
Manchester United. He had 4 clear chances and he missed like Timo Werner so clear. Really, I'm telling you.
But he scored against Leipzig 4 in the space of like less than 30 minutes. What are you gonna say about that? You see?
I don't know, man. I didn't watch that game.
Yeah, so I watched it. I did a watch along. So he did.
Me, I watched yesterday. They lost against Red Bull.
Yeah, 1-0. I also did the watch along for this one. But all I can tell you is that don't pay too much attention to preseason because it's just preseason. Okay, let's give him a chance. Let's give him time, and let's judge him after the season. Okay, let me read some comment from YouTube here, people. So we are getting there. The Young goal and assist stat are not good. That is according to Mr. Host.
The Young is a player like who can take a ball from the defense to attack. You know, he's a player who can create danger. Take the ball from the defense, open up the spaces for the midfielders, and do the pass. He's not a midfielder like attacker. He's more defensive.
All right, sir. But the Premier League is a different animal because you're not gonna have all the rooms, all the space that you are having somewhere else.
I know.
Let me also read some comment. Ludi, nice to see you, my brother. And he said, what confuses me is that Chelsea keeps looking for defenders outside the EPL. There are plenty of proven and quality defenders in the Prem. Yeah, DJ, what do you think about it?
What's that?
Ludi, why are we focusing on other defenders from other leagues when we have proven defenders in the Premier League?
I think. Continue if you want.
No, that's all right. That's all right. I want to big up to you, Ludi. Very good question. I think the reason why Chelsea are not looking at defenders in the Premiership is because they're too expensive to bring in. We're talking about Fofana, 70 million Leicester want for him to prize him out of Leicester City. Yeah. Then you're looking at defenders such as that are not going to be available to come to Chelsea, and that clubs will not sell. People will say, "Oh, you offer the right money then," but I'm talking about the defenders that are playing for your Liverpools, for your Manchester Cities, your Uniteds, your Arsenals and Tottenhams. They are not going to sell those kind of players to you. And
that was my argument.
They're the ones that are quite expensive. And obviously, I'll throw Fofana. I know Fofana's not amongst the top amongst that lot, but Fofana's still an expensive defender, and we've already been told obviously 70 million is to prize him away from Leicester. So that's the only reason why
very true.
That's the only reason why I think we can't go for anyone in the Premiership because of that, because our players are too expensive. I for one would go back for Gohi, but I don't know how much Tottenham and Crystal Palace, because we didn't put a buyback clause. Because we didn't put a buyback clause in his contract.
Yeah.
We've now been told that Crystal Palace will say we offer us what we want for him, and someone's got to match that or something. So
look no further. Break the bank, and bring who?
I think the problem is the clubs that they're trying to keep their players, not sell them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Got your point. So listen, look no further. Break your bank. Bring Rice.
Yeah, why not? 150 million, bro. Chelsea really going for that?
Nobody cares when we are linked with other players. So who cares?
No, bro. Listen, I'm not debating that. Listen, I like Declan Rice. I think if he can come to Chelsea, right, it'll be a great signing for us. But from what I'm understanding, from what I've heard of him in his Sky interview, and what West Ham have basically told him, he seems to have fallen into this West Ham project of, and David Moyes having that chat with him saying, look, you're going to be my club captain next season. I don't want to sell you. Let's see what happens next season and where we go. Now, if West Ham end up... Yeah, go on, bro, go on. No. Continue. I was reading some comment here. Go. I was just going to say, it looks like they don't want to sell him. And, unless Chelsea go in with some crazy money offer, okay, then I can see maybe West Ham would maybe consider it. But at this moment in time, I don't think they want to sell him.
Yeah, good point. But also, I don't expect any player beside Lukaku to go on television and say, I want to leave or I want to, I'm not good here. Like, it's a
That's
PR thing. He's a
captain.
He's a captain. And when he has an interview like that, I don't think he want to put all the West Ham fans on his back. They will say that, oh, you are ungrateful because Chelsea rejected you. We gave you a chance. We made you who you are today. Look at what you're saying. But until the last minute, I think Rice is gonna stay polite, and he might not sign a new contract, and that could push them to sell him because. He actually got only 2 years left on his contract, but he also has an option for the extra one. So West Ham still have power. Let's say in total they have 3 years with him because they can activate that option anytime, and then it's gonna be 3 years, and they're gonna say you're not going anywhere, you're still here, and they know that they can keep him one more season and still get good money next window. So. Let's just wait what's going to happen. But I just think that Rice just being very polite, and he's not going to put a transfer request because, he need to be grateful for what West Ham did to him. Matt, my brother, in the house.
Yes, who are you talking about? Sorry, who was that you were talking about?
Rice. We were talking about Declan Rice, he just gave an
interview. The West Ham player.
Yeah, the West Ham player. Yeah, so you don't like him, I know that. He's one of
man. We took the biggest L this window. I'm telling you, Koundé is a massive loss. I know you don't really like it, but Koundé is a massive loss. Massive loss.
Yeah, I know.
And I've said it once, said it again. Majority of the fault is on Chelsea. We can. I can see.
Not at all the fault of Chelsea. Sorry, I want to tell you. It's not the fault of Chelsea.
You have to let people finish, brother.
No, go ahead. I want to hear what he says to say so I can rebuttal it.
I want to say not only the fault of Chelsea because Koundé as well wanted the money, and this is the good project of Barcelona. So yeah.
What money? They didn't have money.
They have money. They have, see, let me explain you. They have money that TV rights, things like that, are worth 300 million, 200 million, 100 million. About that money, that's lots of money. So they prefer to sell them and get those 300 million from those TV companies and waste on players.
Yeah, now let him finish. Donut, now let Matt finish. He's gonna answer you.
But if you know money, you don't have to be a genius to know that they're just creating more debt. They have to get investors. That's why they're taking a risk. They had a board meeting. They said, all right, are we going to either save the money and pay the debt or take a risk and buy new players to attract investors? They did the second option. But the thing is with Koundé, I'm very, very disappointed in this player. Very disappointed. It's
so who's to blame, Mr. Matt? It's Fat Frank?
There is not one player. There's not one person to blame.
Okay. Fat Frank?
Yes.
Okay, it's Frank Lampard's fault, right? For not signing Koundé.
it's Fat Frank's and it's Christina's.
It's Christensen, yeah. But he made a call to.
There is so many questions to this that there's not one right answer. And
I wanted to say,
there is.
Let him finish, Donut. Let him finish.
There is Koundé. That there's the point that he should have came to Chelsea if he wanted the more money, and if he wanted to help out his club home, Bordeaux. In League 3. They're going to pay 20% of the fee would go to Bordeaux, right? So that's equivalent to about 15-20 million. That's a lot of money. And they're going to pay $40 million in debt. If he went to Barcelona, which he is now, he's gone to Barcelona are not going to pay that money straight away, which means they're not going to have a chance to come back to League 1
paid the money straight away.
So, but Chelsea would have paid it straight away. So that's one fact on Koundé. If Koundé really wanted Chelsea, as I said, I think he did. I think he didn't mind either or Chelsea or Barcelona, but it was whoever came for him first. Now this is where it comes to our fault. It comes to our fault that we took way too long. Thomas Tuchel does not know what he wants. He is indecisive. He has no clue what he wants.
Have you heard the thing is
when he goes for Ake,
Donut, we're gonna come back to you, brother. Give him a little bit of time. He just arrived.
Sorry,
we've been here for hours.
I just know more better La Liga.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to you, bro. Let him finish.
But as well, as I said, it comes to now Chelsea's fault, where it's the point that we should have gone earlier. Tuchel does not know what he wants, you know, this, that, and we have a big part to blame, you know, but then we've got reasons to back it up, you know. Number one, Tuchel has no clue what he's doing. The board is we don't have a lot of facilities. We didn't replace what we already had, and then we come to the side of Sevilla now, where it's Sevilla's fault for not picking the right candidate for their player and for their own sake. Then we come to Barcelona, where they're not in the right position to be making these deals. So there is everyone to blame. There is so many blame, but the majority, there is not one answer to say the main blame.
Oh my God.
Everyone plays a part.
Yeah, Donut, you go now, and you have to let other people finish, bro. All right, now go. What
Big
you
up
have
DJ
to
as
say?
well.
First thing,
Big up, Matt. Big up, bro.
first thing, it's not Sevilla's fault. He just tried to keep him because he's an important player, so don't put firstly the fault as Sevilla. Secondly, Barca.
Massive.
You're talking about their depth. Have you heard what did I say just 10 minutes ago with DJ?
Yeah, and I answered it that they are creating more debt rather than fixing it.
Yeah,
But you know,
If you got a mortgage, you're gonna buy a new house. No, you're gonna fix that mortgage before you buy.
that's a
but
problem.
you know, but if they do that, they can't upgrade their team. And the plan is in La Liga, they let them do that so they can get better the team. The project is to build a big team and later pay it on. But you know, La Liga, the big clubs, Real Madrid and Barca, it don't make them pay money. And Real Madrid has a debt, but they don't want to tell nobody. So that's why.
So people who are watching, Donut still he's very young. So we have just to respect his opinion. Probably some people see.
Man, this is true. I'm telling you.
I know.
I invested.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But it's not that black and white because they still have like $1 billion in debt. So when you get that mortgage, when you get that money, you can't spend all the money on like pay only buying and putting more debt. But it's very complicated to explain. That's why I'm talking about Donut being very young, and we have to understand sometimes that some of us.
I know. But it's not like you're saying black and white for Real Madrid too, because you say white, they don't have but there's blacks. They have as well depth. But you know, Hacienda, they don't want. It's not the same as the Premier League. You can upgrade the clothes. No, they're letting them because they're the key factor of that league. Because imagine there's no Real Madrid and Barca in La Liga. Nobody
we understand.
Would watch
they bring money.
Nobody would watch it. So that's why they're doing that. And I'm telling you, this is true, and they don't want to see it, but
that's you're right, brother.
You're
right.
Remember, there's a risk. There's a risk to it. They can fail. They can fail with this. Real Madrid did this and they succeeded.
Yeah.
Can I just say something quickly?
Yeah, go on.
I was just saying that comment by is it ES saying Chelsea in the mud. Let's go. I know he's trolling and saying Tuchel's got no pull. Listen, Tuchel has got pull, and I do believe he has got plays. He wants the plays that he wants. However, what his mistake in this transfer window is he didn't the plays that we thought we were supposed to be getting, like your Koundés and people like, he obviously was looking at, instead of Koundé, he was looking at Kimpembe. He was looking at players because he's trusted in Kimpembe because he's played under him before. And I think he was hoping to get him done first, and then they were going to probably revisit this whole Koundé deal again. But look, Koundé, on the other hand, he was actually, well, I said he was crying for Chelsea last season when the deal didn't go through. All of a sudden, he's now gone and pulled this one big thing on us, saying, he wants to go to Barcelona because of Xavi's project there.
No, it's because we didn't go in quicker. We were too late, so he got sick of us and moved on.
Well, I get that as well, bro. But at the same time, I also think that Thomas Tuchel. I'm just reading that Thomas Tuchel has got no point. He doesn't know he does know what he wants, mate. But he's just not getting the plays that he wants. And I've said this already, Matt, because I know there are a lot of people out there that are saying Thomas Tuchel is wrong for the Chelsea job. I totally disagree with them. But what I will say is, if he doesn't get what he wants, okay, and we go on this season with only just 2 signings, and we end up losing against Everton first game of the season, I can tell you this right now: Thomas Tuchel won't get sacked. He'll resign. He'll resign and he'll walk away from Chelsea. It's as simple as that. He won't stick around, all right, and he'll go. People don't need to sack the coaching. The owner of football will not need to sack him. He'll just go.
Yeah.
So you're saying not either. Oh, so go on, keep on.
If he ends up going, my worry will then be Okay, who do we bring in? Now, people are already throwing in John Terry in the reckoning. I'm thinking John Terry. Yeah, we've just got rid of Frank Lampard, who got completely outrated by the Chelsea fans, big up that he's a Chelsea legend, but fans still came at him. No.
I'm just throwing some punches. I'm just throwing some punches over there, bro. I have an opportunity to punch a little bit on Matt right now.
But listen, I agree with what Matt said. The only thing I disagree with Matt is Fat Frank. But I agree with him when he says Frank Lampard was the wrong answer for Chelsea. I agree on that. I agree on that one, 100%. He came and steadied the ship, and then we got Thomas Tuchel to come and do what he needed to do. But next season, though, it'll be interesting to see what will happen. And I tell you what, if he doesn't get what he wants and he goes, I don't know what's going to happen to us next season, man. You can see, I said it before, if Tottenham and Arsenal cannot overtake us next season with our situation we're in now, they will never do it. They will never do it whatsoever. I'm telling you that now.
So I wanted to say about Koundé. So does Tuchel not have Paul? Does Tuchel have no idea what he wants? Because I think
yeah, go on, bro.
I'm not sure if he has the pull from what I've seen, but the main factor for me is he has no clue what he wants. He has no clue.
Like he's confused. That's what you mean? He's confused.
He's confused because if he knew what he wants, he would go, I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Instead, he's going, I want 1. Maybe I want this guy. He's not too sure. He's all over the place.
Yeah. Okay. I see what.
And I want to say Koundé.
Yeah.
He really likes Xavi's idea more than Tuchel's, I think.
Yeah, but you know what?
Questionable, but yeah.
I was just thinking on that argument. Currently, while things stand, mate, you say that, but Thomas Tuchel's idea. That Thomas Tuchel's idea made us world champions, man, and that's what we currently are at the moment. Until that changes. Yeah. So when he says, when he goes, he likes Xavi's idea over Tuchel's. I'm a bit surprised at that one. Bear in mind where we are and where Barcelona are in terms of that.
He likes because, example, did you see Barca without Xavi? They were 20th, like down the table. But with Xavi, they went up with the team who had no stars, who had the same team at the start of the season, and they went up to Champions League thanks to him. And now he's building a team with Lewandowski, Rafinha, who else?
Christensen.
Christensen. Yeah, I can continue for hours. So he likes it.
Matt knows why. Why he put Christensen there. He knows exactly what he's doing. Yeah.
And he likes as well the idea of tiki-taka. I saw
listen, buying players doesn't mean necessarily you're gonna win everything, but let's wait and see what's gonna happen. Let me say hi before I forget to this brother here, Tobs.
Hello everyone.
Hello. Big up, Tobs. Big up to you. Big up. How are you? You alright?
You guys, I'm good. How are you? How's everyone?
We are surviving. We are waiting to sign players, man. You have any breaking news for us?
That we bid 50 mil on CR9.
Oh, that's what you want? You want to see CR9?
Is that 100%?
The new players that right back guy. It's that that Danish guy. That's our new news of the day for today. That's our new.
All right, the wing back. Yeah,
the wing back. Yeah.
Like Nikola Milinkovic. That's what you mean? What?
Mahela.
Yeah, Mahela.
Mahela from what team? From what team?
The Serie A team, Atalanta, I think he's plays for. I don't know what team. I've never seen this guy in my life. I've no.
Mahela, let me search him. Okay.
But again, it's like a 15,000 option. So
yeah.
For wingback, I don't care, man. I don't care who we get for wingback. Tuchel's. I was gonna go back to DJ to the point that Tuchel's pulling more women than he can pull players to the club.
I knew he was gonna say that. You talk about his new.
He just got a Brazilian model. Beautiful chicks, huh?
I knew Matt.
That is a good one, Matt. That was a good one.
That's to be said, mate.
Okay. Man, I love this game.
Hey, Matt, he needs his rest, bro. After that bad game against Arsenal, he needs some downtime, don't he, bro?
Yeah, he needs to relax a bit.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
After that, I don't blame him for just walking off, man. After that performance, and people are still blaming Tuchel for that performance, man. That's 100%.
Listen,
on the players, man.
Do you know what, bro? Listen,
but who put the players?
I get a lot of people saying he threw players under the bus was a wrong thing to do. But if you look at that performance against Arsenal, mate, you know, it was probably one of the worst. I know it's pre-season, but it's probably got to be one of the worst games I've ever seen our team play. The way we just Arsenal completely taught us a lesson in that game: how to pass, how to score, when to do it, and we're there letting them do their damage to us. Okay, people say, "Oh, it's a pre-season," but still, mate, losing to Arsenal for me is one of the worst things you can ever do, and to make it not just 1-0 but 4-0, man.
4-0. But also,
I think the
DJ,
result, that performance that we put up with it, like I said, I'm very happy that Tuchel comes down and says this. Maybe the place wasn't the best time, but what he said was not wrong. But I don't know. I want him to do this. I want him, if he's complaining about our players, I want him to turn around. Yes, complain. Yes, you know, tell them that they're not in our plans. Then turn around, go to the market, and get some players in. But he's not doing the other 50%. He's doing half the job. I want him to do that full job. We've still got a month left. Do the other 50%.
the problem with that is like you put our players down, and then we have hard time to sell them. And when you say that we have urgency, now we need quality. Like now, everybody knows that you need players. So everywhere you go, they put a few more zeros at the end of the asking price. So I think, saying that on the media kind of not really good for me. Yeah,
true. We decreased the value of. He's gonna buy Timo Werner and Alonso now.
Yeah, because you just say that we have.
I think Juventus could be a clear. I said.
I know.
Yeah,
I hope Juventus take Werner, man.
Imagine just Timo Werner with Morata in front, bro. That is going to be 1,000 offside. And VAR gonna take down I don't know how many goals, and then it's gonna
disallow goals.
Yeah, disallow goals, and it's gonna be like a one-on-one misses. It's gonna be I don't know.
Just reading something. Hold on one second. I'm just reading some interesting news here. Apparently, it's just saying here, caught offside. They're just saying, oh, Manchester United. I can't believe that for a second.
Who?
No, they're basically saying apparently Neymar's finally going to get his dream move to the Premiership. As Cristiano Ronaldo's replacement at Manchester United. I don't believe that for a second.
Okay, no.
I don't think so. I don't think so. PSG are gonna save Neymar, even he's not good. They said lately that he's not going, and they said no already to offer. I think Neymar to a Premier League, so I think it'll be the same thing for this club you're talking. And Ronaldo, anything can happen, and anything can happen, but not Alessi. Man, I'm from that club, and we hate him a lot. I'm telling you.
Tops, you wanted to say something?
I wanted to ask everyone a question. What's everyone's opinion on Neymar coming to Chelsea?
Matt.
Neymar, no. I don't know.
Ooh.
This goal. I've always said from the start. You know, when
he got a beautiful sister. Remember that.
Remember that.
I didn't say anything. I just said he got a beautiful sister.
But the thing is, like, you know, at this moment we can't be pickers and choosers. You know, I've said it. We are not a top club in dragging and getting in players. Look at us right now. We cannot go and go. I want A, I want B, I want C, because A, B, and C don't want to come to us. We can do that in May, in April. We scout. Us fans, we scout. And Aston Villa and Everton, they don't scout. They wait for whatever they get linked to, and then they can scout the player. You know, that's what we are right now. We're getting say linked to Zaha, and then we're looking at Zaha because we can't get linked to everyone.
So
right
weird.
We can't pull in him. The only players we can pull in are players that are looking to leave their club, and there's no competition from other clubs. That's the players that we can get.
You know what, though, Matt? You say that, bro, but I'm the question. I mean, I'm going to ask Tobes this question. Big up to you, sorry, bro. I'll answer your question. I wouldn't mind Neymar at Chelsea, to be honest with you. I think he could come and do a good job for us, to be honest with you, if we can get him. But in terms of what Matt has just said, there's interesting because I'm looking at the situation thinking we are currently world champions, Matt.
Champions of the world.
We can't attract players to Chelsea, bruv.
Nope.
I mean that is an
we haven't done it. We haven't done it. Like you can see him say like, "Oh, we can't." But
we've only failed twice.
If you told me,
go on.
Twice. No, I mean
maybe 3 times.
Rafinha and Koundé were the main ones. Yeah, I agree 2 times, but like then we were interested in like say Lewandowski. With Lewandowski only one of Barcelona, but yeah, you're right. Statistically speaking, we only lost out on 2 players.
Yeah, because we've got to remember, both Rafinha and Lewandowski's heart apparently was on a move to Barcelona. That's where they've always said they wanted to play. They didn't want to go anywhere else. I mean, let's be honest.
Not even Real Madrid.
There you go, bro. And the thing of all is, I think also, if Rafinha did not get his move to Arsenal, to Barcelona and Chelsea, it came between Chelsea and Arsenal. He's only going to go to one club, and that will be Chelsea. They'll come to us. I don't doubt that for a second.
The biggest team in London.
Exactly, bro. Spot on. And London is blue. Let all the Arsenal fans know that. Yeah. So like, you know, but yeah, I mean, look, it is for me. As I said, I was trying to be. I was all cool and calm about our transfer window, yeah. But at the moment, the way things are going at the moment, my concerns are we're not getting the players that we want to be getting in, and the start of the season is like 1 week, 2 weeks, or 1 week and a bit away.
Yeah, 2 week. 2 week.
No, Chelsea. You're talking about the Premier League.
Premiership is 1 week.
8 days.
8 days.
Yeah,
but still,
8 days.
Yeah,
and we haven't got the players.
The rest of the leagues I saw, it starts in 2 weeks.
Oh my, 8 days.
Yeah,
and
it's gonna be Arsenal against Crystal Palace on Friday.
And I hate to mention this, but the old regime, transfer business would have been done and dusted with. We would be the first team out of the blocks to have got all our business done, ready for the new season.
Okay.
And I think it's important. I want to say this season is really important to have so many options, to have many positions, 3 or 4 players, because there's gonna be so many matches to play and you're gonna get so tired. So that's the problem, I think. And
you're talking about the subs, like 5 subs this
I'll have many subs this season because it's gonna be a very
we have
very
5,
short
so
one.
we cool. Yeah, we have 5 subs in the Premier League.
We're gonna have so intense weeks with every, I think, 3 weeks in October. And you have to have like 3 to compose to play, because then they're gonna get tired.
Yeah, you're right, my brother. You're right. People.
Just quickly, I'm heading out. I have to go on VJ's channel.
Okay.
I'm after there.
Thank you.
All right, bro.
Thank you so much.
Big up,
Big up, Matt. Go subscribe to Matt on YouTube, people. Our brother always here to help. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, and all the good stuff. So
share the love.
Yeah.
Oh,
take
right.
it easy, Matt. Big up to you, bro. Big up to you.
Nobody wants Neymar.
Neymar? I'm not too sure about him because
I'm not too sure. They're gonna, I think, keep him.
Well, the problem is he got injured often, and we already have so many injury-prone players at Chelsea. He always got like out 3 months every single. December he got injured. He flies to Brazil, goes to the birthday of the sister. It's warm over there in Brazil. So have you noticed that since he joined PSG, every December he's gone. He's injured, gone to Brazil.
Yeah, I noticed the same.
And he's gonna come back only like February after the birth.
The World Cup. This year there's the World Cup. Oh my God, in December. Oh, so, it might be no Neymar for the World Cup. Be careful, people.
No, he's gonna make sure that he make it. He's gonna play the World Cup. But
because if you see
the face of Brazil.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So for me, I don't have a good feeling about him. He always complains about the weather in France. If you can complain about the weather in France, and then in England it's gonna be worse.
You're not a football player if you complain the weather.
But in Spain they got a good weather. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So if you go to the Premier League, okay, and there it's always ugly. It rains all the time. It's cold. And the winter even worse. And then you have December that you play on during the Christmas period. He's used to going on vacation, relax, and all that. So one big tackle from Stoke City on Monday night, and then he's out. He's out for 3 months. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure about Neymar, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's true. The physical league.
I just tell you guys to your club that they should sign many players. I don't care if they're big players, but to have many subs to put on lineups. I think that's important for before the World Cup. Then after in the winter window, you can sell players. I understand.
Okay, Ludi in the chat is suggesting something. he's not trying to be biased here, but he's suggesting somebody from his country, Ukraine. So he said, look into Ukrainian
players.
No, the name I can't pronounce it, so I don't wanna butcher and destroy his name. But he said that player he's good. Popo and Matinko, better defender than Kunde. Okay, are we saying that everybody is better than Kunde because we missed out on him?
Yeah. And no, I think that. No, man. I think the Ukrainian players have not played so much. That's true. But I think we should not compare the Ukrainian league to La Liga. It's not the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but listen, sometimes you can find N'Golo Kante from the second division in France and come win the league. You know, you never know.
I think that's lucky. That's lucky.
Hidden gems.
Football is weird. I'm telling you right now, bro. There are some gems there hitting somewhere in Soweto, South Africa somewhere, but he doesn't have like somebody to promote him or something, and he is killed in that level. You know what I mean? So sometimes
I get you.
You don't know, man. It is what it is. Somebody said, Donut, go on.
I don't know about Kimpembe. I think PSG are not gonna. I'm gonna try not to sell players this season. I'm really.
So you don't think that they're gonna sell Kimpembe to Chelsea?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about for 65 mil? You think they say no?
I think they're gonna take the money and run. Because that brother is one of those.
Yes, future.
That brother is one of those players that I don't really rate, but I just hope that the manager knows exactly how to use him. So the hope is on the manager rather than he's good. Injury.
Brooks, why do you not rate him, bro? Why do you not rate him? I think he's alright.
Because I've seen a lot of mistakes on him. I did like almost every PSG game during this preseason in Japan.
Yeah.
He is like, he got mistakes on him, like it's written all over the place. The same concentration issues, the same tracking back. Like he would be like, I don't know, partying somewhere else and then like kind of, I have to defend, like, you know, surprise him, say, I have to now to defend. Like kind of asleep. He's falling asleep all the time, lack of concentration, but sometimes he's like a moment FC, you know, like on his day, okay? He will put you on his pocket, he will be the beast, world class and all that. But because he worked with Thomas Tuchel, and also I might be biased on this one, DJ, because I watch a lot of French football. And I watch every single like fan channel from PSG Fan TV. So I tend to just remember what other people said. If that makes sense? Like people are talking so much negative things about you that you have tendency to follow what they're saying, and you start watching that players with, you wanna just find the red flag and confirm your biased opinion. So probably I am doing the same thing because that's what I do. PSG, every single fan channel, PSG, how they don't like the guy, they want him out, like now get the money and run. So I'm thinking myself, this is going to be a problem for us.
You might fall into the same trap.
I mean, under Thomas Tuchel, when he was the manager of PSG, I thought Kimpembe was actually quite good under him. Do you think he might not need a change maybe to come? Do you think he might not need a change? Maybe change the scenery, come to England and see how he does in there. Because he could end up being a really good defender in the Premiership.
He's an excellent one-on-one defender. To be honest, excellent. Yeah, like Harry Maguire versus Kimpembe. You'd rather have Kimpembe defending one-on-one.
Yeah.
So
no.
I have to give credit to Kimpembe. He got the fight on him. I've watched a game in the Champions League when he pulled his hamstring, right? And he was the last defender. He wanna make a run, he pulls his hamstring, and the brother kept on running, put the most wonderful tackle you never ever seen in your life. Yeah. Killed himself for 3 months out because he made the hamstring worse, and he was crying in pain. And that was, I was like, wow, this is some spirit here, right? Because somebody like Christensen would just fall apart. He would just cry there down. And then they go score. So from that day, I was like, this guy got some fight, some fire on him. So yeah.
I don't know, man.
Okay, football is weird. The fans are weirder. Yeah. It's like somebody, I'm just reading some comment here. It's just like saying, God is great. And people are crazy.
Is that actual speed?
God is good. God is great.
Is that actual speed?
And people are crazy. What you said, Donald?
Is that actual speed?
Oh no, no I show speed. That guy is getting momentum everywhere.
No, yeah. I was just reading Bridge. Is it Bridge CFC's comic? Mbembe is trash. He is a fridge. He is a Harry Maguire. Oh God, ain't good enough for us.
Somebody's. I can hear some noise behind. If somebody is using the fan or something, I don't know. But okay. Let's say Kimpembe is trash. Yeah, I think the noise is coming from Tobbs. Are you outside?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, a lot of noise, but it's okay. Milinkovic, whatever. Nikola from Fiorentina at a reasonable price age. Won't be a problem. Blah blah blah. Kimpembe is trash. His fridge is like Harry Maguire. Not good enough. Well, depends. You know, some players can be fridge, can be no sense in one system, and they can perform good in other systems. Remember, Tony Rudiger, nobody wanted him. You know, under Lampard, under Sarri, he was just an average player. He was gonna have his moment here and there, but look at how the system changed him to become world class. So yeah, I'll give it a chance.
You think Real Madrid is gonna do good?
I don't care about them. I really don't care. I don't give a damn. I just want them to fail. I want them to not to win the Champions League anymore. They got lucky run until they won the Champions League. They took Rudiger from us for free.
I think it's thanks to Benzema at the end of the day.
The most luck throughout the
I just don't care about Spanish teams, bro. This time around, I don't care. You do good, you do. It doesn't. I don't care. Just talk about my team. I have a lot of stuff to worry than worrying about Real Madrid, if that makes sense.
You have enough things to worry about.
Yeah. I have pages and tons of other issues to solve in my club, bro. I don't want to even think about them. They have a good team. They have a good manager. That's all I know. So
I think Ancelotti, he's really taking the chance, because I think who really built that great team from the Champions League, I think was Zidane, who did all of this. He just went there and just took the players who played under Zidane and just won it. I think this season he's not really gonna do good.
Okay, Ancelotti, I have a lot of respect toward him, though. I love Ancelotti. He's one of my favorite Chelsea Football Club. So I keep a lot of respect. Yeah, maybe just because he doesn't yell at people, that people take him as a soft guy. He's a soft one that would just put the hand around you and coach you. Look how he did with Vinicius Junior. You know, Vinicius under Zidane, he was just like a headless chicken running all over the place. Look at him now, well coached, doing his business. So yeah,
he's a good player manager. Very good.
Very good one. Soft but good, efficient.
Like he will elevate players.
Yeah.
Imagine that for Cho and Pulisic. Just
imagine that. Yeah. Give him Callum Hudson-Odoi, Christian Pulisic, even Hakim Ziyech, and Kai Havertz, you will see how Ancelotti can up their level. I'm telling you right now, they will be world class in very short period of time.
I was just gonna ask Tobes, in fact, because it's the first time I'm actually chatting to him. What do you make of Tuchel as our manager, bro? Would you want him to stay on, or are you starting to get concerned about what's going on there with him and the players that are not coming in at Chelsea? Are you a bit concerned?
A bit concerned, a little bit, but I would happily have him to stay because
100%.
He might be the best manager out of the rest between Klopp and he's Klopp and Pep, so he might be like a top 5 manager, in the world.
Yeah,
probably better than Arteta. He knows the Prem more than Ten Hag, so I'd happily have him.
Yeah,
defensively he's good as well, but the attacking football, that's the concern.
Yeah. Okay. So it's good to know because it's the first time I'm speaking to you. That's why I was only asking what your thoughts are on it, because it's like I know there are some Chelsea fans out there now that are just
too caught out.
They're still caught out. Starting to like lose faith in Thomas Tuchel now as our manager, and I'm like thinking, you know what? I'm not one of them fans who is. I think he's the right guy for the job. I personally think, and I think he's probably the best. He's probably the best, out there compared to anyone else that is there. But I think there's some. I'm hearing some of the fans now on some other streams and other streaks coming out of Chelsea, saying, is he the right guy now?
Yeah, that's the nature of this business, brother. Somebody who applauded you yesterday because of the Champions League, today he wants your head because you're not winning anymore. So. It's a business result. People, we are crazy. We as fans, we are crazy. Okay.
We want to win.
Yeah, so somebody said when...
what we do with, that's the thing.
Yeah. A comment that I saw...
sorry, go on.
When Carlito Anchovies raised his eyebrow... there is an earth kick. Like he's how Ancelotti will move his. I don't know how he does it, but kind of
one eyebrow.
Yeah, he's a funny one.
Yeah, I know.
Ancelotti is best coach in the world.
With his figure in the mouth.
Ancelotti has got coaching skill. Took at Dominic. Okay, he improved Dominic also. Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, he did. He managed him good. But when the opportunity to go back to Real Madrid came along, he couldn't resist, and he was like, "Bye-bye, Everton."
Because Everton, he really did not do big changes for Everton. He saw, I think, Lucas Digne.
Yeah, I think Tob is driving. Are you driving, bro?
Okay.
You driving? Tob?
I mean, no.
Yeah, because
sorry.
No, it's okay. You don't have to apologize. Those are just the things that happen in our real environment. Somebody, Mr. Bridge, said that he's concerned about Thomas Tuchel. He likes everyone and he don't want anyone. What? He likes so you mean like he wanna players that don't wanna come to him? What do you mean, Mr. Bridge CFC? I don't know what that even means. But listen, people, slowly and surely we are closing this show. I've been here for 3 hours already. I have to do something to get some work done, and probably if we have a breaking news or something happened during the day, I can come back.
Guys, be careful today with Conde. Today I advise you to look at Barca news. You see my pop up at any second.
Oh,
okay. Okay. All right. So.
I'm really telling the truth.
Yeah. I'm not contradicting you, bro. So listen, Donut, can you say goodbye to people and see you next time? It's been a long time. I don't know, 6 months ago when I talked to you last.
Yeah, I was busy, man. I was busy.
Yeah.
And tomorrow I'm going to Spain for vacations. Really.
Oh, you're going to Spain? All right.
Tomorrow.
Good to go back home.
Yeah, safe journey, bro. Safe journey.
Thank you.
Safe journey. So probably when you are on the beach and you see me live, you can give us a call and have your say, right?
Okay, I'll try.
Right.
Man, I think I don't have Wi-Fi there in Spain.
Oh yeah, you wanna just get away from all the civilization and just relax, man. It's too much on social media. That's what I do when I go hiking. I forget where the phone is for a little while, because too much drama, too much issues, so you kind of relax, yourself in the middle of nowhere and stuff like that. Yeah, good. Have a good vacation, and when you have time, call us again, right?
Okay.
Thank you.
Today I'm free, but tomorrow I'm going. So
yeah, sure. Even today, if you see us back when we're gonna announce Haaland and Mbappe holding the Chelsea jersey, bro. Get ready. So it's gonna happen.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Mr. Donut is gone. Take care. Tob, where are you calling us from, bro?
London,
UK.
Bridge.
London Bridge. Okay, so bro, come back next time. I see you often in the chat. Thank you for supporting the channel.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Put your notification on and come back again. Tomorrow we have actually a watch along, if you have time. Udinese against Chelsea Football Club away. And hopefully we can win that game to build some momentum, because that is going to be our last preseason game. But I still believe we're gonna have another game indoor somewhere, because it's not enough really. It's not enough really. I'm not gonna be surprised on Sunday or Monday we have an indoor game just to I don't think many of them have 90 minutes really on their belt yet. So, yeah. What is your score prediction before I let you go, Tob, for tomorrow? Udinese against Chelsea Football Club. Score prediction.
Gonna say 2-1 Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea away. All right. We're going to check tomorrow who is going to score for us. Michi Batshuayi, the legend Michi himself in front. Or Broja. Broja actually is back in training. So,
hopefully. I think Sterling gets his first goal.
Okay.
For Chelsea. Hopefully.
Yeah. Sterling got his first. Yeah, I would like to see that. Definitely. So, Tob, thank you, brother. You have something else to say?
Hopefully we see some attacking football sometime. I'm sure Tuchel will figure it out. And other than that, I don't think Chelsea fans should worry too much. I think we have a good manager. He kind of knows what he's doing, except for the formation. But we'll figure it out.
All right, that is very positive. Thank you, Tob, for helping.
Bro. Big up to you, bro. Great chatting to you.
Thank you,
nice
bro.
Talking to you guys.
Peace, bro. Peace.
Yeah. All right, DJ.
Yes, bro.
Say goodbye to people and see you probably tomorrow, man.
Yeah, you will do when you're next streaming again, bro. But thanks for having us on it. Everyone, smash the like button, subscribe. All regards to the family, mate.
Thank you.
I'll catch up with you very soon, bro. All
Thank you.
You take care. Peace out.
Take care, bro.
Peace.
DJ is gone. Tobbs is gone. Everybody, Donut is gone. Everybody in the chat. That was a pleasure. Pleasure to have you here. Thank you for helping the channel. 1 day and 6 hours to go until we play against Udinese. Our last game of the preseason. I made my match preview actually on the Green Turf channel. So if you haven't checked on that, please go there and watch my preview, my formation, score predictions, and all the good stuff. Go there, subscribe to the Green Turf channel, and yeah, good stuff over there. Nothing really to report. No breaking news in the Chelsea community. Let me check on this guy here, Ben Jacobs. He always brings some news. He's getting a lot of momentum at the moment at Chelsea. So he says, this was like from yesterday or 2 days ago. Chelsea links with Wesley Fofana extremely difficult to get a sell this window. Brendan Rodgers doesn't want to lose him. Leicester City FC won't even entertain offers below 70 million, and he could well be priced higher. Wow. No approach to Leicester City, yet Fofana only signed a long-term contract in March. Yeah. So yeah, forget about Fofana for now, or you pay the king ransom and get him at Chelsea Football Club. Let me check here. Nothing really special here from Ben Jacob. I don't see anything here to waste time. Is there any breaking news? Simon Phillips, we already talked about all this. Yeah, nothing. 70 million plus or nothing for Fofana. Everybody is repeating the same things though. Badiashile and all the good stuff. So people, I don't really see anything here. Kimpembe has indicated he wants to stay to PSG, so also forget about Kimpembe. Omari is going on loan, and Leicester City has no plan to consider bid for Wesley Fofana. So forget about Fofana for now. Probably let's start working on other target, you know. So tomorrow we are back here for the Chelsea game. And tonight, if we have more news to discuss, I will be back. But if we don't have anything, I don't see why I should come back live. All right, my people. I'm done. I'm officially done. And I have just to read a few more comments before I leave. Definitely. So I take care of everybody. Okay. All right. Let's go. Barcelona spanking pen, lol. Big up, bro. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Hope Werner does not drop the soap. What that even mean? For me, we are going to replay repay the 4-0 that was scored against us in Arsenal game. So you think Chelsea are gonna win against Udinese 4-0? Tuchel my play Broja as a wing back tomorrow. That is a good one. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, thank you for watching. Put the stream again. Chelsea are playing their preseason game. That's what I said. I said that we're gonna be here live, and put your notification on, and you will see everything going on with this channel. People, blessings. God bless you. On your way out, like, subscribe, share. It doesn't cost you anything, my friends. Only one click away, and then you are all set.